Hey everybody, it's Undercover Filmer here. Now I decided that since it might be a while till my next video game review comes out, I might as well do something in the meantime that's still video game related, yet it's simpler and still worth putting up. And plus it gives me extra voiceover practice, so that's always a good thing. Now what you're about to see here is something from my old VHS tapes that was shot around the time I got into filmmaking, around 1999, 2000, 2001 at the latest. And it's a Goldeneye stunt. Now, it might seem like a very simple Goldeneye stunt, but it's not. It's actually much harder than you'd think. Basically, it involves going to the 007 mode, putting everything, all the settings up to their maximum level, and trying to complete a level. Now, there's only 2 levels in the game where this is realistically possible. One of them, what you're about to see, is the facility level, and the other is the Frigate level, which I haven't actually done. I'm just thinking it might be possible because I don't see any game block spots in the level, which every other level in the game has at least 1 game block spot, which makes it impossible to do this stunt. So yeah, everything's up to its maximum level, which means the enemy health is at 1000%, meaning that normally it'd take 1 headshot to kill a normal enemy. This time it takes at least 10 headshots to kill a normal enemy in this game. And right here, this is probably the one break that you're going to get in this stunt, because that's the one enemy in the entire game where even if you're hitting him, he won't come at you. Like normally enemies won't see you if you're behind a gate, which I was, but they'll always come after you if you hit them, but that one it doesn't. So the first thing that in this stunt involves is going to put that mine in the bathroom, then waiting till that guard comes around and walks just beyond the door outside so that the mine kills the 3 guys in the bathroom, 2 at the stalls, 1 at the urinal, and that guy walking outside the door. So you want to use those remote mines to take out as much enemies as possible, because that's another break that you get in this level. You have remote mines that you don't actually need because you can take out the tanks later on with your bullets. So then you go back to this enemy, and again, as I said before, it takes at least 10 headshots per enemy. And anything that is not a headshot is a mistake, and you either have to shoot more or get lucky. So yeah, and also the silencer, the silencer that I'm using right now is actually the worst weapon to use between the 2 that you have, with the other being the KF-Soviet. And the reason why is because, well, the second thing you want to do is get the mine right there. And this is what you do to get the guys in the room. There's 3 guys in the room where that door's opening, and you want to hope that you get all 3, and I did right there. So yeah, this is also something that you do if you're getting the cheat for this level, the 008 cheat, the invincibility cheat. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities that you'll see here. And also I want to mention that this is not intended to be a timed run. When I did this back in the day, you know, I got this game around 1998, 99, so I didn't have as much familiarity with it as I do now. But I still had enough to do a stunt like this. So now I'm just picking up all the weapons in the bathroom. And there's still that one guy in the bathroom that I couldn't get before. And so, ooh, I almost got seen right there. So now what I'm going to do is something a little uncharacteristic. It's actually the worst way to kill an enemy in this stunt. And I'm going to go in with my slappers. And what I was saying before was that since the enemy health is so high, anything that is not a bullet to the head takes extra time. And this is probably, you know, the slappers are obviously your weakest weapon in the game. And so that's why this takes so long, because even if you get him every time in the head, you still have to stand there forever and hit him. And every hit has to make contact. Otherwise, if he ducks down or avoids it somehow, or you don't make contact, he can get a shot off and kill you. Now sometimes when you're this close to him and you're pressing inward, the gun will actually go through your body, and the place on the gun that the bullet comes out will actually go past you, which means that even though he gets a shot off, he won't kill you. But that's not always something you can take for granted. In fact, I remember from doing this stunt multiple times that oftentimes it would be random whether that would actually happen, or whether he would have the gun close enough to his body to be able to shoot you with it. So that's why this is very inefficient to do this stunt with, because you never know, it's almost random. You never know whether he's going to kill you or whether you're going to succeed. So you want to avoid doing that as much as possible. And the only reason I didn't use my KF-Soviet was because this is early on in the stunt, so any loud bullet sounds that I make would draw someone up to the bathroom, and I wouldn't have enough time, even if I shot that guy in the head 10 times, to turn around and get anybody coming in the bathroom. And you know there's going to be more than one too, because there's still people walking around the hallway there, which is actually my next objective, is to get somebody. I'm looking for his legs, and I'm going to shoot him. I hit him in the legs. Now I'm going to the bathroom really quick. And here's what you're about to see right here is the standard procedure for doing this stunt. You want to get to a right angle of where the door is going to be opening at a 90-degree angle. You want to set up with the crosshairs there, and as soon as he comes in, you want to take some shots at his head. Now there and then there's going to be more people coming, as I said before. See, I wouldn't have been able to get the guy earlier with that kind of speed with the next person in. So yeah, you want to get as many people come in. And the reason why you want to use a Soviet gun is because you get, every clip you have, you get 30 bullets per clip. So so unless you run into 3 guys, you're not going to have to reload that. Or you can at least reload after the first 2 guys, even if you have to take out 2 guys. So that's the best thing to use in this level with this stunt. The silencer, it only gives you 7 bullets per clip. And ideally, you want to make sure that ideally you want to get rid of those bullets whenever you can afford to, because, you know, obviously you want to stock up on your Soviet bullets. And, you know, you could go up to an enemy and take someone out with the silencer the same way you would the slapper, but you have to reload one time, which would guarantee that the guy gets a shot off at you. And as I said before, it's random whether he actually gets a good shot off at you or whether it goes through your body and it shoots off behind you. And so now that I got the bottom floor open, I go down there, and that guy would usually come. Usually you wouldn't see him in a mission, or you wouldn't see him till later. Definitely not in this part, because, you know, it takes so long for him to come. But since he's there, I shot him once in the arm to get the key card, so I don't have to worry about opening up the doors you hear mechanically by pressing the button in the room. Although it doesn't really matter because there's no enemies in there anymore anyways. But yeah, I got the 2 key cards. Now I'm checking the room. I still don't know if I killed everybody, but yeah, I did. There's 3 guns in there. And obviously when the first guy gets killed by the explosion, the other 2 are going to run and kill themselves. Now that guy, there's still a guy in this room right here, but that box that you saw right there, one of the guys who ran up to the bathroom was behind that box. That's actually one of the first guys that will hear you if you make a noise in the bathroom. And I had to shoot near the other guy so that he would come up and follow me in the bathroom, and I got away quick enough so they didn't hit me when I was running the other way. So yeah, then I just took him out. Another thing I want to mention is that when the guy first comes into your standard setup at the right angle, the first thing you want to do is actually not shoot him in the head. You want to shoot him in the chest area or just below the neck, so you have control of the situation, because you never know where his head's going to end up. He could go right in front of you, square to the door, or he could go a little farther or not as far as you thought. So you want to make sure that you get control of the situation before you go for headshots. Otherwise you might miss him and he'll get a shot off. And remember, the computer's reaction time is extremely fast. Everything is 10 times what it'd usually be. Actually, the reaction time is normally set at 0%. Right now I'm just taking out all the boxes to get more ammo. The reaction time is normally set at 0%, which makes no sense, but when you bring it up to its maximum at 100%, basically what it means is that the computer graphic that the computer characters go through every time they see you and react is now extremely fast. So it's going to be, you know, unless they do like a step to the side or a duck, it's going to be immediately when they see you and take a shot. So that's actually the hardest part about this whole stunt. I mean, the enemy damage that they do to you is instantaneous. If they shoot you with anything other than the club, they will kill you automatically, because you could normally take 10 hits, but since it's up from 100% to 1,000%, you can only take 1 hit, unless it's like the club, in which case you get almost dead, and then the next hit will kill you, because the club is the weakest enemy, the weakest weapon in the game. So yeah, now I'm just shooting all the boxes, and ideally you want to shoot the bottom box whenever they're stacked so that the top ones will come down on it and you won't have to shoot all 5 rounds into them. The thing about this is that this follows the rules of the 00 agent mode, the boxes. So normally, you know, it would always take 5 shots to blow up the boxes, but you'd only get 10 bullets per box. So it's a gain of 5 bullets per box. It's a gain of 5, since it takes 5 to shoot the box, it's a gain of 5 bullets per box you shoot. And so there, I went to that one room, and those enemies that were standing there are also a little unusual, like the first enemy, in that they won't come after you. I think they're coming after me right now, but I didn't realize that they didn't see me. You actually have to go out more than you usually would in order for them to see you. But obviously with this kind of stunt, you don't want to test anything. You don't want to go out way too far and then find that it's like boom, boom, they react and kill you. So basically what I was finding out the hard way right here is that the guy won't come just when he sees you. You have to either shoot at him, shoot near him, or you have to go out far, which I'm not going to do. And I'm checking around here to make sure he is not coming around the back. And because he could be, if he doesn't come as immediately where I stop, then he could be anywhere between the spot where I saw him or the place where I went, where I ended up. So right now I'm checking to see if he's anywhere on the path that I ran away from him on. And he's not there, but yeah, so that's the thing, is you gotta, with this stunt, since reaction time is so fast, you gotta make sure that you run away as quick as you can and as clear as you can. So right here, I'm gonna shoot at his gun. And notice what I did right there. See how I actually didn't turn to my right and run out the door after I shot him. I actually I backed up to my left first and then cross to my right. And the reason I did that is because if you shoot him and you go immediately to where you gotta go, he's gonna shoot you in the back as you're leaving. So what you gotta do in this mode, when you have a substantial distance to go to run away from him to get out of his sight, is you want to first go left so that you're immediately out of his sight, and then cross over in one motion to the right where you really got to go, so that he'll see you, but he'll shoot behind you. He'll shoot when you're gone. See, otherwise it takes too much time to pivot and then run. See, that's the kind of thing you got to be aware of. And again, I'm checking around the back which he's not there. And is he there? Yeah, he's right there, and I'm going to shoot at him. And I don't know if you noticed that, I don't know if you saw that, but I actually hit his hat. And the enemies in this game are weird. Like, if you hit them, they'll come after you. If you shoot near them, they will also come after you. But if you hit them in their hat and knock it off their head, they won't know that they've been shot at. It's weird, even though their hat's knocked off. So I didn't know that at the time. Again, I was a little bit inexperienced back then, so and also I probably actually didn't see the hat come off because there's that ceiling there, that low ceiling. So yeah, I'm figuring out what happened right now. I'm refreshing the door so that I can run right through it. And I'm not even ducking down for this one, because ducking down and getting up, it takes too much time if you're trying to get away quickly. So yeah, I shot him again, and this time I know he's coming. It doesn't matter where I shot him, I just shot him so he would come. And there we go right there. And now see how I shot him at the body first. I shot at the body first to make sure I have control of the situation, and then I went up for his head. Because see, that's the thing, is that not only can his head end up where you don't know don't expect it to be, but every time you hit him in the head, like, you don't know which way it's going to recoil. So it could recoil in a way that was other than the place where you last made contact with him. You could shoot him in the head at one spot, and when his head recoils, it could end up somewhere else. So it's really tricky. I mean, don't be fooled. It's really hard to do this stunt. Even the most routine part of it like that. And there's the other guy, and I'm going to shoot right near him and hope he comes. And again, that's the same thing I did with the guy in that room that I just passed right there, down the stairs. Sometimes, you can't afford to get too close to him, otherwise it'll be hard to run away. So you just want to shoot near him enough to get him to come. And I don't even know if he's coming right now, because again, those two enemies are some of the unusual ones in the game. So, I don't know, he could be anywhere along the path that I ran away from. And again, I'm checking around there, even though he's not gonna come anywhere I didn't go. So that's the thing. And obviously, so I'm going back. So now I realize he's not coming. And now I realize I'm going to have to hit him. So now I'm doing overkill. I just shot a whole bunch of them off. And that's another thing about these stunts. Like, I'm sure if you looked up at game facts, you could figure out every single thing you want to know about every single individual enemy in the game, because there's so much written at game facts about these. But I mean, that's the thing, is that first of all, this stunt was done a little bit before the time of game facts. And second of all, even if I had game facts available, I would not want to bother with that. There's so much written about this game that it's just not worth bothering. And that guy was turned around, thank goodness, otherwise I would have had to fend him off really quickly. So now I don't even have enough time to get ready. I have to see, that's an awkward angle to shoot at right there. You want to get set up as quick as possible, but it's hard. You don't want to, this is what you don't want. You don't want the awkward angle like that, because if you're at an awkward angle and you're trying to shoot to the side, the more far to the side, to the right, to left, to the up or down that your sight goes from where you are set up, the more tension there's going to be on the control stick. And if you jerk the control stick too far, you're going to end up going way too far and past the enemy. And if you don't jerk it enough, you're not going to be able to shoot your target. So that's why you want to be properly set up. You don't want to be at an awkward angle like that. It's one of those things. Or you have to get your target off screen, back away, and then get it again set up properly and get it back. So it's really hard. Now here I'm getting a new safe spot because there's 3 enemies in the hallway. And I have to make sure that only one at a time sees me, otherwise I'm screwed. And there, that was perfect. Just right there, just enough for that one guy to see me, and that's it. So now I'm getting set up square to where he's going to come in the door. And I'm shooting him probably in plain sight of the other 2 enemies in the hallway. See, that was perfect. And I'm trying to rush through this one. I'm trying to shoot at a quicker pace than I usually would, because I don't know if those enemies are seeing him and they're going to come. Usually they come when they see their guy getting hit. But I think, again, those enemies might be operating a little differently than most of the enemies in the game. This is an early stage in the game, so the programmers might not have had everything consistent, perfectly consistent. So that's one of those things. So yeah, his gun is in the doorway, so he should have been in plain sight. So now I'm trying to get the middle enemy, and that was a little too far. If I was any farther than that, the other guy to his right, to my left, would have seen me. And again, you can't you can't, oh, he ducked right there. See, again, that's the danger of hitting him in the head, is that when you go for those headshots, you got to be ready in case they duck down and try to get a shot off. Because if you miss his head, if you miss the head, and they go for their quickest reaction graphic, which is to just point the gun at you and shoot, then you got to recover real quickly. If they duck down, you got to make sure that you hit them before they get to the bottom and point their gun at you and shoot you. So it's very difficult to do this. I mean, it's nerve-wracking. My heart was pounding each and every time I had to do that, even though it's routine. So now that I took those guys out, I got to go and I got to get out of this hallway as soon as possible, because there's going to be 4 guys, a total of 4 guys running behind, going from that room to the next place in the level. And this right here is one of the key things in this stunt. I mean, anyone who has ever tried to do the 00 agent to earn the 00 agent invincibility cheat in this level knows how important this part is for Dr. Doak to be in this location. And I'm not following him because the guys are coming. Because if he's not there, and he's not in the room across the hallway, then he's either at the end of the level to the left of the fork up ahead, or he's in the bottling room to the right of the fork. And if he's in the bottling room, and you won't find that out until you get later on the level. And if he's in the bottling room, then you have to deal with even more enemies that are completely unnecessary to completing the level. And with this kind of stunt, you know, knowing how much time it takes to take out each enemy, you do not want to deal with any unnecessary enemies. So the only thing you want that bottling room to be good for, or actually bad for rather, is for enemies to come out if you make too much noise. Which is what will happen if you make too much noise anywhere from that door or beyond in the level. So now I know that the enemies are out, and I'm actually taking a risk here because usually there's one straggler. There's 3 that always go immediately there, and sometimes there's one straggler that comes in way after. So now I'm exploding the mine on that door, and there's a late enemy, which is a good sign, because that means that someone who saw those guys get killed might have gotten exploded by that. And that guy right there is probably a guy who saw all those guys get killed, and he's coming after me. So I'm setting up at my new safe spot, and that was a risk, because I don't know if that door's shut, and he could come through it, but he probably would have done that already. Okay, so it did shut. So now I'm checking outside to see if he's in plain sight, which means he's not there, he must be in the blind spot. So I just shot the door. And I'm not properly set up here. Again, you want to get properly set up. This is not an example of it. But there's only one of them there, so, and now I'm getting set up for the right way in case anyone else comes after him. And so there's no one coming, and the door's shutting. So now I'm going to check outside to see if that door's still open. It's not. And I'm going to check and see if anyone's coming. There's no straggler there, so now I'm going on in level. So yeah, I probably took out one guy in the hallway, which is a good thing, because there's 2 guys walking around the hallway. And again, if you don't take them out, then they might surprise you. You don't want any surprises with this kind of stunt. You do not have the reaction time to deal with surprises. So now I'm switching to my silencer, because there's 3 guys in the middle room, and if I make a noise, they're going to hear me. And the silencer will allow me to, even if I see somebody by surprise, I'll be able to shoot at them and back off, and shoot at them while I'm backing off, which means that even if they see me and try to get a shot off, they will not hit me as long as I can shoot them and stall them. So that's the thing, is that, you know, if you can't let any enemies get an open shot at you. If you let them have a single open shot, you're dead. Any open shot equals an automatic death. That's what the enemy accuracy being at 100% does, you know. And so yeah, this is very, again, it seems like a simple stunt because all you're doing is dealing with the controls that the game gives you. You know, you're putting them up to their maximum level, so it seems like you're not doing anything that, you know, the game makers didn't expect you to do, but it's still extremely hard, as if you were creating your own unnecessary problems. The only thing more difficult than this stunt would be putting the enemies on like turbo mode, which is just, why even try to do a stunt like that? It's dumb. They'd come at you immediately. So there's a guy behind there, and I can't edge out quickly enough to get a shot at him and leave, to actually shoot him and leave quick enough for him not to shoot me. So, and I don't want to make any multiple shooting noises in the hallway, because enemies can hear you even if you shoot with the silencer, if you shoot enough times. So I'm going to take a shot near him all the way from over there, and I'm going to quickly escape, and I'm going to get set up in my spot. I'm going to hope that he came near me. I'm going to hope that that was near him, that shot was near him enough for him to come at me. Because if it's not, then I have to get closer, and that's going to be trouble. So now I'm getting a perfect setup with the door. I didn't even shut the door. I should have shut the door because I had enough time. It's not like he was on my tail. If he's on my tail, then I can't take time to shut the door. Otherwise, he could get me while I'm turning around to shut the door. So, but yeah, again, you want the enemies to open up the doors. Because if the enemies open up the door, then you know that they're going to come through it. Whereas if you keep the door open, then you can then they could surprise you. You're letting them surprise you. So now I'm thinking he might be in the middle room, and he's not. He's not in the middle room, so yeah, now I'm refreshing the door because I know that's where I'm going to go. I'm refreshing all the doors so that, because these take forever to open up. You want to make sure that any doors that take a while to open up, you don't have to deal with on your way back. And he's right there. See how I got that shot off really quick? And look how I'm backing up. I'm backing up, but I'm still facing where I'm coming from in case he shows up really quickly and I have to take another shot. Because if he shows up when I'm still there, then he's going to hit me. So I got to make sure that I'm backing up and able to shoot him while I'm backing away. And again, he's coming through and I'm taking the shots. And notice how I'm aiming like on the neck. I'm aiming actually between the chest and the neck. That way if he takes any sudden ducking moves, because see, that's the thing. The farther you are from them, the more you got to be prepared in case they duck your shot or something doesn't work right. The closer you are to them, the less you have to worry about that because it's easier to hit them in the head. So now I'm getting ready for the guys in the middle. No, actually I'm getting ready. I'm refreshing the doors because I've got to go around. Here I'm checking to see if anyone from the bottling room came out, and there's going to be nobody there. Now I'm taking care of the other guy. And this guy's much easier to take care of because his gun shows. So you can easily take a shot at him, hit his gun, know he's coming, and retreat. So that's actually what I'm doing right now. I got away from him quickly enough to shut the door and then check to see when he's coming through this door. So yeah, I'm going to see, and I see that he's coming through. I'm going to get set up really quick. And this is a bad setup right here. I mean, the center of the screen, the center where the sight normally sets up is not even beyond the door. It's actually on the wall. The center of the screen is on the wall. So I'm actually really testing the control right here. If that guy was any more to the right, he might have been out of my sight, and I would have had to reset up. And there's another guy right there. And again, I saw that he was coming through. I immediately got set up to the other side, and I'm taking quick shots at him. You know, I was close enough. And see how I got right behind the wall really quickly? Again, when you're shooting these multiple guys, you do not want to reload. You want to make sure that you can take out all your shots. You could take all your shots and take out all your guys. But if you absolutely have to reload, like you know that you can't take out 3 guys with 1 clip unless you get all headshots. So if you got to reload, you want to get behind the wall really briefly while you're reloading and then pop back out. That's the way to reload if you have to. You absolutely have to reload. But you don't want to reload. But if you have to, that's a way to do it. You want to get behind cover really quickly. So yeah, 3 guys didn't come anyways. That's the worst nightmare, for 3 guys to come. Now I know that if I go in the window right there, somebody will see me from the room and come after me. And I won't have enough time because I'll be running alongside them to come back through the doors. So I gotta figure some other way to get their attention besides showing up in the window. So this is what I'm struggling with right now, and I realize that I'm just gonna have to open up the main door and shoot the guy straight ahead, because there's a guy straight ahead and 2 to the side. So I'm shooting him as much as I can. Again, I tucked in really quickly because I knew I was running out of bullets, and I also knew 2 others were coming, and I got back over. When I got into plain sight, I let that last shot out. Now I'm getting behind the staircase. I'm shooting 1, I'm shooting 2, and this right here that you're about to see, this is the big moment of the entire run. The entire stunt. 3 guys coming after me. This is the worst nightmare. I got some hits in, but I had to reload and back up. So now I'm getting behind the gate so they don't see me. I had to get close to that guy in case he took a shot, but I had to back up in case the guy downstairs took a shot. And thankfully, when I did that, I was behind the gate again to that guy on the top stairs. So that was a perfect way to handle that right there. I mean, I was in the guy's sight. I was in one guy's sight. I was out of the other guy's sight. I got out of the guy near me's. I got out of his range. I got into the other guy's sight and I backed out. So I switched the focus between each enemy. That's what you want to do. You know, you want to make sure that even if you have to handle 3 at a time, you want to make sure that only 1 at a time has a realistic shot at hitting you. You know, that's what you want to do if there's 3 enemies coming at you and just overwhelming you. You want to make sure that you only allow 1 at a time to focus on, and to focus in on you and have a shot at you. That's how to handle that kind of situation. And so yeah, that was the big moment of this entire run. You know, it could have easily ended right there. And there's going to be some more close calls though. You know, it's not over yet. There's still a lot more to go here. But that was definitely the pivotal point of this entire run. Now, I'm going in the middle room to see if there's any guys over there. Now, I actually don't have to press those machines since I have both key cards. So now I'm going around. I'm checking the bottling room. I'm going to be constantly going back there to check to make sure there's no guys coming from there. Now the next task I have is the guy right behind that wall, and your instinct is to use the slappers, but I've found from multiple trials of this run that it's actually hard to get that first hit on him with the slappers. And if there's going to be any time, and this is the worst, actually this is even worse than the slappers. This is the worst way to do it because every time you reload the silencer, you guarantee that he's going to get some shots at you. but I was able to take him out anyways. The reason I use the silencer is because not only do you have to use a silenced means to attack him, because the guy in the bottling room will hear you if you make any noise, but also getting the first hit in with the slapper is extremely hard, because you have to go around the corner and time the slapper so that you press the slapper button before you see him, but you land the slapper when you do see him. So it's really hard to do, and I've found from multiple takes that it almost always kills me, so I didn't use a slapper there. Now what I'm doing is there's 2 guys behind there, and at this point I don't want to deal with any more guys individually. So I'm putting the mine back there, and this mine will do several things at once. It will take out those 2 guys, it will take out the guy at the top of the stairs and behind the wall to the right, and there's also 2 guys standing behind the stairs, behind both of those walls and to the left. And it will take out those guys, plus if there's any guys walking around the hallway and see those guys being taken out and they come quick enough for the explosion to get them, it will take out that guy in the hallway as well. Plus, it will even give you the added benefit of taking out all the boxes there without having to waste ammunition taking the boxes out yourself, which is always a good thing, because when you're shooting bullets in this room, the bottling room guys have their ears listening and they can hear you and they can come after you. So yeah, and there's also the danger here though of the guy in the hallways seeing the guys being taken out and coming too late to get explode himself and coming afterwards, and you'll have to deal with him. But in this case it didn't work, and we'll see how well it worked when I get up the stairs. So yeah, now I'm just taking out that box, which couldn't be, it was out of the explosion range by itself. I'm taking out that one. So it's a gain of 5. You know, you want the explosion to take out the boxes so you can get most of the ammo. And actually most of the ammo in this room is actually silencer bullets for some odd reason. The rest of them earlier in the level were KF Soviet bullets, but here you get mostly silencer bullets. So there's the gun from that guy who was standing to the right up there. And I'm going back to refresh the door in case I have to run. I have enough room, I don't have to go back and refresh the far doors. I have enough room to run if I have to run once I get through. And I found out, pleasant surprise right there, there's that 1 gun, there's 2 guns, there's 3 guns right there. There's 1 guy standing there, and the other gun was from the guy in the hallway, and walking in the hallway, and the other guy was standing right there. So that explosion took out lots of guys. That explosion was probably one of the best, most economical explosions, attacks, offensive moves ever. Now there's still 1 more guy right there walking in the hallways. I actually didn't even know he was there. I thought there was only 1 guy in the hallways. But see how I shot him really quickly. As soon as you want your instinct to be, you see him, you shoot him, because if you don't see him and shoot him, he's going to see you and shoot you. That's how quickly their reaction speed is. That's how quick their reaction speed is with this kind of play mode. So, that's the thing, is you want to, normally you'd see him and you'd back away really quick, you'd be like a rabbit popping out and popping back in really quickly, but you also want to make sure you get a shot off. Don't stay there just to get the shot off in case the shot misses, but you want to make sure that as you pop back you shoot. So that, and again, the auto aim is on. I didn't change the settings at all. I put no cheats on. I didn't fool around with anything, and all the settings are what they normally be if you bought the game and turned it on. So yeah, now I'm looking to see if I can see him through 2 windows. And I can't see him through 2 windows, so because he might be in the hallway there. I don't know where he could be. And I'm checking the bottling room. Again, I don't need to do that. I tend to, when I start out with games, before I know them very well, I tend to treat them like real life situations where I'd be constantly being paranoid and checking every single thing. So that's what you'll see there. And I see right there, thank goodness, even if he's turned around the other way, so he's facing the other way, even if he could see me through this window, like I can see him, he's not going to come. So now I got to get his attention. I'm using the silencer gun because I know that if you shoot the silencer close enough and often enough, it will still get their attention. So I'm hoping that no one from the bottling room also comes out. So I'm taking care of him really quickly. Like normally, see right there, you could see he almost ducked down and got a shot. See, that's the thing, is you want to establish a regular rhythm with your shots. You don't want to go that quickly, especially from that distance, far distance. That was a far distance away. You don't want to go that quickly, but I had to, because that guy, no matter how quickly or slowly I go, that guy is going to hear me. So that's why I had to go very quickly right there. So now I'm taking care of him. And again, I'm at a bad angle, but I was really nervous. You could tell I was really nervous at this point. If I was any less nervous, I probably would have gotten properly set up for that. But I didn't. Again, this is very rare to make it this far. I mean, this level, and I'm not doing a speed run, so this is nothing impressive. There's probably a lot of other Goldeneye wizards out there who are just way better at the game and probably would do this way faster than I am, than I could right here. Especially back then, I didn't have as much experience. I'm over-checking stuff. That's the thing. There's probably a lot more people who could do this faster than me, but just doing this stunt alone is really tough. Really, really tough. And so yeah, I'm checking around in case anybody hears that, whether they're coming from the bowling room or the room the way I have to go. And you know, I did a pretty good job of taking everybody out that I could up until this point. So you know, it's not like it's that necessary for me to check all this. I'm just being, you know, another thing is that when you're doing these stunts, the enemies have a tendency to surprise you. I mean, I cannot count the number of times that I first of all tried this stunt, and that I did this stunt, thought I was doing perfectly, but somebody shows up and shoots me when I least expect it. You got to be prepared for everything, because that will happen. And with the kind of reaction time that they have and the kind of accuracy that they have, you just cannot afford to be surprised at all. At all. No surprises whatsoever. You know, and you want to make sure that if you do get surprised, that you see it straight dead on, and you could respond to it with a square shot at somebody. So, you know, you don't want to be surprised at the back. Now, I'm edging out because there's two guys down the hall standing right next to each other, behind, sort of near a pillar, like between the pillar and the scientist room at the end of the hall. And I'm not going to be able to see them because it's so dark, and they blend in with the background. They're green, the background's that color, the walls, it's dark gray. And I'm going to edge out, and as soon as I see space between the pillar and the room, I'm going to go back. I'm going to assume they saw me, take a shot, and go back. And again, you know, you don't want to wait around to see if they're going to point the gun at you. First of all, you can't see it. Second of all, even if you could see it, you don't want to stay there any longer than you have to. And this is the worst nightmare if you're doing this kind of stunt. You know, you have no choice but to shoot at the guy, or you can take the risk of not shooting at him, but you have to shoot at him just to make sure that he doesn't react and kill you. You have to deal with two guys right here. You do not want to have to deal with any more than one guy at a time. Well, actually the worst nightmare would be three guys, but again, when there's two guys, I'm going to have to get behind something. I'm going all the way back to the safe spot, which is also something you don't want to do, but if there's two guys, it's actually worth it to go back to the farthest safe spot to get behind that fence, because again, they can't see you or shoot you behind a fence. They have to get closer to where you're not behind the fence in order to see you and shoot you. And again, normally if it's just one guy, you want to go to your closest safe spot that you're not going to be heard from. And if something goes wrong in that spot, you can retreat back. And you want to go back, you want to have basically you want to have a backup safe spot. You want to have as many backup safe spots as possible. But in the case where your farthest back safe spot gives you something that's an extra advantage, like that fence to hide behind, then it might actually be worth it to go to your furthest back safe spot and hide behind that fence and use that fence to take the guys out. You know, that's the thing. It's a trade-off. It's a little bit of a trade-off. You got to weigh those things as you're doing these stunts. So yeah, I'm discovering right now that I completely overestimated the extent to which they were going to follow me. So, you know, but again, you can't be too careful. You got to make sure that every single spot along the path, you know whether they're going to be there. You know, you want to make sure. Again, I could see beyond the windows, but I couldn't see right here. This was like my blind spot, so I went back to check that later. So now I'm looking in this room to see if they're like at the top of the staircase. And they have to be behind the walls. There's no other place for them to be but behind the walls. But I don't want to go in there, because if I go in there up the stairs and I shoot at, well, I'm going to go here to check and see if they're there. Hopefully they're not facing me, otherwise I got to retreat really quickly. And no, that guy's right there. Thankfully his back was turned. So I got a bit of an advantage there. Again, if he sees me, I got to retreat real quick, and it's a much harder challenge. You know, but since he's behind the wall, I could stay at the bottom and get his attention. And when I see him running, then I know I can run. So yeah, with these two enemies, it's really tough. You know, you want to, ideally, they're going to be right next to each other, but you want to draw one of them away at a time, if possible. You know, that's the thing. You want to use whatever knowledge you have about the way the computer operates to draw one away at a time and deal with one at a time. I didn't see where the other guy was, but see, now I know it's going to get his attention. There he comes. Now I know that firing that much, you know, you don't want to fire that much because someone from the bowling room can hear you, but you know, you want to, you know, take steps up. You know, try your best, try your most covert means to get them, and if that doesn't work, try your less covert means, and if that doesn't work, go up and up and up until you got a means to get them out. You know, that's the way you want to do this. And again, I'm not choosing the soonest safe spot. You know, I'm going all the way back to the one that gives me the best advantage with two guys. And right now, there's still a door that's being shut, but something's blocking it. I think it's this door. I'm figuring maybe an enemy got stuck in the doorway right there, so I shot. And I'm shooting a little more, and I realize it's not that door, it's a door farther back. So now that I have to deal with the enemy being stuck in the door, I'm going to go up to this one, see if it's shut. Yeah, see, it's not that door. And I couldn't tell because I wasn't at an angle where I could see. And I'm checking that door, it's not that door downstairs either. So it's got to be the door, it's got to be the door just beyond that. You know, so I figure there's 2 enemies that can possibly be stuck there. Probably just one that's stuck, that's actually doing the, in the way for the door. So now I'm checking the blind spot to see if one of them may have made it further than the other. So now I'm just shooting at that door and I'm backing up. I'm not even shutting, I should have shut the door, but I want to get to my safe spot. So now, again, I got to safe spot. See, right there, I had to make sure that I got square, because if I get too far down, you know, that's bad. Okay, see, right there, I'm shooting mainly for the body. But see, that's a good thing about being this far away and behind a gate. You know, even if you can afford to go all out on them like that, if you're far enough away and behind a gate, because in this, even though you have to reload, like that time that it takes to reload, instead of them turning and shooting you, they're gonna continue running towards you. You know, so you actually have enough time to reload as they're running towards you. The only bad thing is that they could almost, which they almost did there. In fact, one of them got set up and started to go through his shooting graphic, where if I didn't know how far down on the stairs I was. I was actually farther than I thought. That guy actually could have shot me from a little sooner on the path towards the stairs. So he almost did, but fortunately I had shot him enough to get them close to being dead. So yeah, that was a little bit of a close call right there. It's subtle, but it was a little bit of a close call, a little bit of a heart thumper right there. So yeah, those are the things you got to think about when you're doing this kind of stunt. You know, you got to figure out what's going to happen if I reload right now. What's going to happen if I back up? What's going to happen if this shot doesn't work? If he reacts in a weird way? You got to always be thinking what you're going to do. You know, how you're going to handle the situation and handle it the best way you can based on all that information. So yeah, now I'm checking just to make sure there's no one staying over there. Which, you know, they both came, but there could still be someone in the hallway, so I'm checking just in case. And again, when you get this far in the level, I've seen it before where a straggler from the bottling room comes up behind you and surprises you, so I'm checking back. Now these are the last 2 guys in the level that I have to take out. My first instinct is to put the mine between them and let them both be exploded, but I've seen instances where that mine will slide all the way across the room. And I feel a little bad about putting it there, I actually do, but you realize they're both going to die anyways, and hey, they're just computer graphics, so whatever, you know, it gets a job done, it gets a job done. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm going back, of course, to check this, and I don't need to because, you know, the explosions, again, the enemy acts really weird. They don't come, they come if you shoot too often. They come if you shoot too loudly, but they will not come if there's an explosion going off, you know. Even if they're in the other room and it would have realistically shook the foundation of the building, they don't hear explosions. You know, even if it's right in the next room, they don't hear the explosion, so it's really weird. But yeah, now what I normally do, now I'm checking my objectives. I gotta talk to 006, I gotta destroy the tanks, and when I leave, the scientific casualties will be minimized. So now my instinct is to use a Soviet to open up the door to let the guys from beyond here in the room to the left come and open up the door when they hear the bullets, but then I realize, oh yeah, this is a stunt. I'm gonna have a hard time taking out those guys. So the old door decoder method is what I used. And when I got here, I realized, you know what, safe, if I wanted to be really, really safe, I should take out the guys in that room over there and possibly the guy in the room across the hallway, but I decided, no, I'm going to do it the covert way. I'm going to try to do it without drawing anybody out at all, as long as I'm quiet. Now, I got a little bit of trouble right here because I got to shoot every single tank 1 shot away from being exploded. So that way I can go down there and just explode them one after the other. So what I got to make sure is that I do 4 shots per tank, and I don't hit a tank, I don't hit anywhere I don't intend to hit. So I'm using the Soviet gun, even though it's the loudest, because it allows me to see all the way to the end of the room. I'm using it to shoot each tank 4 times. And it's really tough because you got to make sure, I guarantee you right now, I am pressing the button as clearly and as emphatically as possible. Because if you make a misstep, if you make a mispress, and you hold your hand on the shot button too long, it's going to burst out 3 bullets. And if that explodes, if that happens to be in one of the last bullets, the last bullets of the shot cycle, if that happens to be a later bullet after you've already shot the tank a little bit, it's going to explode the tank. If it's the wrong timing for the 3 burst bullets, it's going to explode the tank, and you're going to have to deal with a whole bunch of gas coming at you, which depletes your life. And I'm going to have to go down those stairs and run around and take out each tank as quickly as I can, which also increases the chance of the enemies coming out. So it's a bad thing. You got to make sure that you get every single one of your shots nailed. You know, otherwise a lot of trouble to deal with. And right here I realize, you know what, the tanks are close enough, I can switch to my silencer and take them out the safe way. The only reason I use a Soviet is so I can see to the end of the room. Otherwise I would have used this because it's silent and I know the enemies won't be drawn out of the room. to behind me. That's what I'm thinking this whole time. Don't draw those enemies out. So now at this point, the stunt is pretty much over. Again, I'm checking my objectives, and at this time the stunt is pretty much over. You know, because I've taken the maximum hits on each tank. All I need is 1 per tank now, and it's pretty much, you know, nobody came out of the room. It's pretty much downhill from here. So now the only challenge is I got to make sure that 006 does not get hurt. Whether it's by me shooting at him, me shooting near him, or me shooting a tank and accidentally hitting him with that little explosion that you see. And that was a little bit of a risk right there. I should have waited till he got closer to me, but you know, I'm taking them all out, and I succeeded. And at this point, again, I'm checking my objectives, and I'm making sure they're, yeah, see, it's all complete. Only thing I gotta do is leave the room. But again, I'm being a little more paranoid than I need to be, and I'm gonna wait around till the alarm sounds, because I actually have a little bit of time before the alarm sounds and the enemies start running out. So I'm gonna do this just to be safe, and when he runs, that's when my cue is to leave. And so there, that's the stunt pretty much. That's the stunt. It's only possible with this level and the Frigate level. I might someday go back to do the Frigate level, but I don't know about it. And you know, I'm sure if you look at game facts, you can probably figure out how to do the rest of the levels, you know, because there's so much on this game. You could figure out how each and every individual enemy operates and probably look and figure out how to do it. But oh, here's the stats. Look at the headshots and body shots. There were more body shots than there were headshots, even though headshots is the objective, because you want to take the enemies out as quick as possible, and you do that with headshots, but most of those body shots were spent just getting control of the situation in various ways. You know, so yeah, it's kind of interesting when you look at it. So there's the official stats, 39-22. And yeah, again, the only other level that I could think of doing this stunt and succeeding in, besides this level and the Frigate level, is possibly the Archives level, because you can take your time with each enemy as long as you use the slappers on the first floor. But again, you have to escape that interrogation room, which is a huge chore. It's possible, but you have to have everything in the computer behave just right. You know, it's one of those things. And again, here's proof that the stats were where I said they were. You know, you saw this already, and there's no cheats on. You know, I'm going to back up to the cheats. Where's the cheats? There we go. No cheats were on. Obviously, you saw me turning the game on. So these are just the proof shots. And yeah, so that pretty much ends the voiceover on this stunt. And I challenge anybody to do it on another level in this game. Really, I mean. Okay, and that's it. I'm out. Undercover Filmer out. Ah, that was nice. That was a good voiceover. I like that one. That was a good voiceover. Now I gotta check and make sure it recorded. Hey everybody, it's Undercover Filmer here, back up to his old tricks. And no, I'm not just talking about marathon voiceovers. I mean that this is the first time in years that I've attempted this kind of stunt, and I got it on the first day. Yep, that's right. I'd say within the first 5 to 10 tries, I actually completed a level in 007 mode with max stats, no cheats, and in enough time to get it on one take. And yes, the level that you're about to see is the Frigate level, the level that I was unable to do as a teenager around the same time that I did the facility level. But don't be fooled, because this level is much, much harder than the facility level. I mean, compared to this level, the facility is muy fácil. And you're going to see why right here. Because as you can see, the enemies in this level are tightly compressed within a small amount of space, and any noise that you make, any loud noise that you make, even if it's a silencer weapon, will draw enemies towards you. So you got to be very covert and tactical with this one. This is going to be very different from the facility level. Now, as you can see right here, the first tactic you want to use is get behind that the ship's gun, go slightly to the right of it, take aim at the hostage taker to the left up there in the room, the bridge room, and you want to hit him once in the head, save ammo, and the hostage himself is right to the left, so as long as you aim to the right, you're okay. And you hit the head, of course. And now you want to wait a little while, because the enemies, there's 3 enemies, and they're all going to come around to the right side of that room right there. And you want to allow them enough time to come so that they don't see you before they get there. And you don't want to allow them too much time so that they come out and shoot you. So right now is when I decided that enough time has gone by. So I'm going right here, and I'm staying behind the ladder because one of them is a straggler. The last guy is 50% of the time he's a straggler who gets caught up there. And as you can hear right there, there's a guy that saw me and actually took a shot at me through the doorway. It's an unrealism of this level. It's a really bad glitch in this level, and I waited a little more time for him to leave the space that he shot me from, And I'm taking position right here because I know that the guy who shot at me is going to see me, and possibly the guy who was standing outside the hostage room down the hallway. He can also see through that door 50% of the time. And you can see right there, they both came. Both of them came, and it's a horrible unrealism in this level. I mean, if I were doing a bad game review of this game, trust me, I would never touch this game for a bad game review because it's Goldeneye, it's a classic, and right there I'm checking, yes, it definitely is that guy outside the hostage room. I would never touch this game for a bad game review, but if I was, I'd point to this part right here and say they should not be able to see you and kill you, which they can do from that doorway. Now right here, I'm looking at those guys. I realize that their backs are both turned. I could go and try to take out the bottom guy first with my slappers, you know, sneak up behind him. But at this point, or I could try to take him out with my gun, but at this point, I realize, you know what, it's not worth it. I'm not going to do that. It's just not worth it at this point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what you got to do at the beginning of this level. First, make your way up to the room, take out that one disarm bomb objective, and then you have to get ammo. There's a lot of guys in the rooms adjacent to this one who are facing away from the hostage takers. They're actually guarding the hostage takers, and if you sneak up behind them, you can get free ammo by taking them out. Now this is what I call Walker Texas Ranger method of taking enemies out. When they give you your back, you go up behind them and you slap them. Now in real life, obviously, you'd put a rear naked choke on them and put them to sleep, so it would take much less time than it's actually taken to do this. And see right there, you see the problem with this method is that they can step out of the way and you have to adjust real quickly. So yeah, this is, like I said before when I was doing the facility level and taking that guy out in the bathroom, this is a horrible tactic to take out enemies. You do not want to have to do this because there's that random chance that they could point your gun at you and either, ideally you'd want them to shoot behind you and get a shot off at air, or you know, 50% of the time, well, not 50%, probably less, but randomly they will get a good shot off at you, no matter how close you are, and they will kill you. So this is a bad technique to use. And the thing about this technique, you see, and this whole time that I'm doing this, I'm hoping that that guy to the left is not hearing me. You know, it's just one of those things. You can't afford to look over there at him. You just have to hope he's not hearing you, and he didn't, so I'm going right next to him. I'm not even closing the door because I don't want to give him that extra time. And I'm going right over and I'm slapping him too. So this part of the game is going to be really boring. Basically, this first part is going to be all slappers, and it's going to be very boring. It's like the Goldeneye equivalent of a golf telecast. Except it's actually worse than that, because unlike a golf telecast, you know, you're just slapping guys and you're doing the same thing over and over. There is no big moment that you're waiting for each and every time you get occupied with something. You're not waiting for a ball to go in the hole, you know, and being excited over that. You're just taking it, and the only other time that's boring is when you're going from one hole to the next. But here, all you're doing is taking out a guy, you know, slapping him, taking him out, and moving on to the next guy, and there's really nothing big that you're waiting for at the end of each guy. You know, you're just going and doing the same routine, boring thing over and over again. So I'm going to take this time to say that this level, I mean, again, I would never touch this game for a bad game review, but one of the problems with this level is that they only give you 20 bullets to start out with. 20 bullets. So, you know, the first thing you got to do is take out more guys without using bullets from your gun, and you got to get more free ammo. You got to get free ammo, and especially, you know, it's especially hard with the double agent mode, because they give you 10 bullets per guy, but at least there it only takes like 3 shots to take out each guy, and that's if you don't hit him in the head. But here, since it takes out at bare minimum 10 headshots to kill each guy, and you gain 10 shots each time you kill a guy, you're basically, the best you can do is break even. And anything that is worse than that, you're losing ammo. So it's insane. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's like, what were they thinking? Well, it actually turns out that I know what they were thinking. You see, the problem was, the problem is that usually when you go through this game, you don't have to take out you don't have to waste 10 shots per guy. So you actually gain, when you take out so many guys as there are in this level, you actually gain a substantial amount of bullets per guy. So you actually don't need more than 20 bullets when you're doing this on the regular mode. But here, oh my god, you are starved for ammo, and you have to make that your first priority. And so that's why I'm doing this. And again, also another problem about this game is the fact that you have 2 guns to start out with in this level. You have 2 guns, each which take the same kind of ammo. You have the PP7 and the DK Duchesne. And I'm going to call it the DK Duchesne because I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but I know that there was this hockey player on the LA Kings, whose name was, I think, Steve Duchesne, and he spelled his last name the same way that they spelled the name of this gun. So I'm going to assume that it's called DK Duchesne. So I'm going to call it that just for convenience purposes, although I could be wrong. You have the DK Duchesne, which is a larger gun than the PP7, and yet it's silenced. Now think about this. James Bond is on the Frigate level. Now in the movie, I remember him having the PP7, actually it was called the PPK, which is another inaccuracy, a factual inaccuracy, the PPK, not the PP7. And he didn't, I don't know if he had, I can't remember, I haven't seen the movie in a long time, I can't remember if he had a silencer on it, but look at this. They give you a PP7 unsilenced, they give you a DK Duchesne with a silencer on it. The DK Duchesne is a bigger gun, so why not give a silencer for the PP7 as well? I mean, what the hell? I mean, it's like, if you can manage to have a PP7 and a much larger gun with a silencer, then you can manage to give them a silencer for the smaller gun as well. I mean, what were they thinking? And 20 bullets, they both take the same kind of ammo, so why give them 2 guns with redundant ammo? Why not just give them one gun? Forget the PP at all. Give them the damn DK Duchesne and let that be it. Or give them that one and a sniper rifle so that they can use sniper bullets. I mean, it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. And that's the thing, is that now I'm going back to these guys. It's that, I mean, at the very least, the least you could do if you're going to give them a PP7 and a silenced DK Duchesne is you can at least give them a silencer for the PP as well. Put a goddamn silencer on that PP. You eliminate a lot of unnecessary noise later on if you do that. Put a silencer on the PP. That's what I'm going to say with my reviewer self, with my the bad game reviewer side of me, is put a silencer on the PP. Always put a silencer on the PP. It eliminates a lot of unnecessary noise later on. And right now, what I'm thinking is, I'm not going to take the risk. I'm not going to take the risk of pulling my gun out and trying to shoot this guy and hoping the other guy doesn't hear me, because if that guy hears me while I'm taking this guy out, he's going to turn around and shoot me, and as you can see right here, I'm not going to be able to turn and see whether he's actually doing that. You know, ideally, if you could see him and he turns around, you can always back up and you'd be behind the bottom of the staircase, and you could back up and go around the ship, not all the way around the ship, but to the side of the ship, and you can see right there, I'm trying to edge out to the left ever so slightly to catch a glimpse of him to see if he's turning around, so that if he does, I can back up real quick and get out of both of their range and deal with it afterwards. You know, that's what you would do if he sees you. So I'm trying to keep an eye on him as much as possible. But my main priority is taking out this guy, and I don't want to let him slip away. So I'm keeping an eye on him. And while I'm this guy's now moving to his right slightly, so I have to move to my right as well. And again, I'm using that sight on screen, that artificial sight that I put that red dot on screen so that I can tell where the center of the screen is. And it helps to keep yourself guided as you're slapping these guys, because if you didn't have that, you'd have to guess where the slapper is actually landing, and that increases the possibility that you're not going to actually hit him. Which I don't remember ever having that problem realistically, you know. I don't think they've ducked out of the way of the slapper before, but I don't think they've ever like went to the side of the slapper. But just in case, you know, you want to make sure that you have that little guide. You want to make sure that you can guide yourself in the right direction. Again, I am aiming at their collar, not at their face, because that's going to give me the chest is going to be the easiest target to hit, and it's going to make sure that they always stay slapped, no matter what. So yeah, this is a pretty unrealistic level. This is a pretty unrealistic level, and you'd think that at the very least Bond would have, I'd say that the appropriate guns and ammo combination for Bond to have in this level would be a silenced PP7, a silenced PP, and more than 20 ammunition, more than 20 bullets. But you know, you work with what you have, and the DK, as you're going to see right here, the DK Duchesne is going to be my best gun. See, I'm not even going to use the PP at all, because the only thing that the PP adds is that it's clearer, the shots are clearer than the DK Duchesne. But the DK Duchesne is still rapid fire, and right now I'm going to try to take out the hostage taker. I'm going to try to shoot him once, and there's a guy right next to him who's going to see that. I'm going to shoot him once, shut the door, and then leave, and get to the safe spot. Now this is going to be my safe spot for the vast majority of the, and you can see him right there in the doorway, to the right doorway. He's standing right there, and I'm going to wait till that door shuts just to make sure that he doesn't see me as I'm trying to sneak up on him. Now this is going to be the new safe spot, and as I said before, actually, I think that was him. I'm not sure if there's a guy standing in the door. It's hard to see, but regardless, there's this guy right here, and as you see, this is the tactic. When they give you your back, you want to sneak up to him and get him before they turn around. Now that guy was turning right there, and what I want to bring up is that these guys, they're typical. What you're going to see here that you didn't see in the facility level run is that you're going to see the guys get to their stopping point as they're going after you. That's the one thing in this you're going to see that all through the level. You're going to actually, because you're behind a fence here, you're going to actually see them get to their stopping point, and you're going to see what they do. And what they do is they get to their stopping point, they wait a couple of seconds, and then they take another step and reposition themselves, and then they stop. That's where they're going to be for the rest of the game, unless you bother them. So yeah, basically what you saw right there is I tried to sneak up on him because he gave me his back before he turned around. And it turns out that I landed the slapper on him while he was turning around. So yeah, that was a little bit of a risk, but again, he gave me his back so well that I was willing to take that risk that he was going to turn around before I got there. So yeah, again, you know, this is not something you'd want to do. You would not want to take this risk in a normal run, you know, but you have to because you have so low ammunition to start out with. And you can see right there that that guy was the hostage taker. The hostage taker did follow me, which they don't always do. Sometimes the enemies in this level are very inconsistent. The hostage takers, see, yes, and there is another guy right behind there. That must have been the guy right next to the hostage taker who saw that shot I took on him. So right now I'm going to back up and I'm going to take a shot at him. Again, I'm using the C buttons to get the artificial sight lined up. And you know, I'm a big fan in normal play as well, especially multiplayer, but normal play as well. I'm a big fan in this game of C buttons, using C buttons to aim at a person without getting your sight on screen. Because if you can shoot your mark, and the sign of an expert marksman in this game is if you can shoot your mark only with C buttons, because it always requires a stoppage in order for you have to come to a complete stop and put your ammo on screen before you can take a well-aimed shot. But if you can aim without that sight on screen, then you're an expert marksman at this game. Now right here, that was a tremendous risk. That was a bad risk. I was debating whether I want to pull out my gun and take him out with my bullets, or whether I want to sneak up on him as I did, even though he was facing me, and try to take him out with my slappers. So I took him out with my slappers because I figured it was a low distance, but he did duck down and get a shot at me. And look at the bottom right corner of your screen. You see that grenade in his hand? He actually pulled out a grenade in his hand. He pulled out a grenade, as they will sometimes do, and what you want to do when you see that is you want to try to take him out as quickly as possible. You want to take him out as quickly as possible, because if he hasn't pulled the pin out on that grenade, then when he dies, you will be able to pick up that grenade and use it himself. But you know, the enemies, they can sometimes pull out the pin, and you don't actually see them pull out the pin. It's really weird. Again, it's another glitch in this game. You don't actually see them pull out the pin when they actually are ready to use the grenade. Sometimes they will if they have enough time standing there, but if you're constantly hitting them, sometimes they pull it out without you seeing it. So I have to back away, and this is one of those times where it's almost like a bittersweet victory. Yes, I did defeat him, but I didn't pick up the grenade. So it's a bummer. It's a bummer when that happens. I feel really bad when that happens because it's like a missed opportunity. But again, I'm going on. I'm not letting that bother me. I'm going on with the rest of the level. Now I've accomplished my first, well no, I'm still accomplishing, I'm still working towards my first objective. I'm trying to get control of the upper level of this ship. The first objective, the first minor objective of this mission I'm trying to take out, immediately see that hostage taker, shut the door. And again, in this level, unlike the facility, you can actually afford to shut doors after you take someone out, because the doors shut so quickly. Whereas in the facility level, every time you go to press the door shut, the door goes kaboom, and then it shuts. That's how slow the door shuts in the facility level. But in this level, it's automatically. It's bam, 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 which is why you can actually afford to be tactical in this mission as opposed to paranoid. You know, that's the thing, is the facility forces you to be paranoid. This one is more opportunistic. It facilitates being more tactical with the way you go about completing the level. So because the doors shut so quickly, so now you can open them and afford to take a couple glances there to see if the enemy made his way out towards you. Now I'm going to see. Now I'm going to do this the right way. I'm going to open the door from very far out, and I'm going to see if he's there. Yes, he's there. He's facing the doorway, and it's a good thing I didn't go in all the way. Otherwise, I would have had a hard time backing out. That's the right way you want to do it. You want to open the door from as far back as possible so that you have an opportunity, you have a means to retreat. And this guy is actually, the enemies also behave fluky. They don't come after you they don't always come after you from where you ran away from them from. They don't always go on the path. Sometimes they go around the long way around. They go back through the room, they go to their left, and they come out the other door. They will do that. They will act really fluky. And that guy is going to, go on my path. Now he's going to take the path that I took away from him. He's going to go up the stairs. Usually they go up the other stairs, but this time he's going, and now I got his back. Now I'm debating whether I want to take him out, and yes, I'm going to go and I'm going to take him out right there. I switched to my slappers just in time before he turned around, because he didn't take, I don't believe he took his step. He was still due for his turnaround step, which may have resulted in me not having his back. So I went and I took him out with the slapper. I switched very briefly without even going to the control screen, to the control screen to switch, because you never want to go to your control screen. You want to do everything as much as possible just by pressing the action button. And I switched to the slapper and I'm taking him out. So yeah, you know, my first objective, my objective first, before I get into this level, is I want to take out all the guys on the upper level, and I want to gain control of the upper level of the ship, so that the only thing remaining, oh, he almost stepped out of the way right there, so that the only thing remaining is the lower levels, and so that the rest of my mission involves drawing everybody up from the lower levels. That's what I want to get to. You know, that's my main objective. That's my main non-super objective is what I want. I'm trying to apply film terminology here. Your super objective is your main objective for, it's like your main objective for the film. But this is for the mission. Now you can see the hostage taker. He didn't come out. He didn't come out immediately. That was the other guy in the same room as him. So yeah, the enemies behave very inconsistently here. Sometimes when you shoot it and when you hit the hostage taker, first of all, they will always not aim at the hostage when you hit them. So that's what you want to do first of all. That's your first means to get them where you can defeat them. So now that guy took a step around, he's giving me his back. The first thing you want to do is get them so that they're not aiming their gun at the hostage anymore, because once they do that, they can't shoot the hostage. The hostage will just stand there, no matter where they are in the level. But then, you know, you don't know if they're going to come after you or not. Sometimes they stay there with the hostage and they wait for you to come back. Other times they will come after you. They will actually follow you. So that's the thing, is you never know how they're going to behave. So you have to assume that they're going to follow you, see who comes, take them out, and then if it's not them, if it's not the guy you shot at, then, you know, you go back for him. And no matter what it is, you always have to go back for someone, whether it's the hostage taker or the same guy or the guy in the same room. You always have to go back for someone. So, you know, it all works out. You know, you use the same amount of time to do what you got to do and get what you have to get done. So now I'm taking this guy out, and after that guy's done, the only guys that are going to remain are the guys in the hallway to the left, to that door right up ahead. You see the hostage was released, so now I have control of those two rooms right there, which is a huge, you know, advantage, because now I don't have to weave my way in and out and worry about getting stuck on one of those doors, which actually does happen when you're trying to get away from people real quickly. Now I know that if I go out those doors, that there's guys in the hallways. There's two guys in the hallways and they're facing each other. So I want to make sure that only one guy at a time sees me. I'm opening this door and I'm going to be looking for that guy down the hallway, not the guy right there. See, I'm looking, I'm inching out, because I know that if I get in the sight and he sees me right away, I'm going to have to back up. So I see right there, he's got a wall in his way. If I cannot see his head, then he cannot see me. So right there, I see that there's a wall in the way. So I lucked out. You know, I don't have to back up real quick. I don't have to pop back in. and because if I stay there, I linger too long, he's going to turn and shoot, and I'm done for. So I'm going back, and I'm opening that door, and what I'm going to do is, since that other guy who's turned away from me is so close to the doorway and the side of the door, the side of the door, I'm going to take a shot at him real quickly. See, I can actually see his gun there. I could have hit him, but I took a shot at him real quickly. And the advantage of being in this area as your safe spot is if he continues to follow you, you can actually play a ring around the rosy with him until he gets to a spot where he's not moving anymore. See right there. Now, now this is risky because I don't know if he can see me if I get up there. He might be able to see me to the side, and he's in a position where his gun is such that if I get up there and I'm in his sights, he can turn his gun right away and get a quick shot at me. It's like the fastest reaction graphic the computer has for him to just turn and shoot at me on his side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up there with my gun ready, and I'm thinking I'm just going to go for it. I'm not even going to switch to slappers. I'm not even going to use it. I'm going to go and I'm going to aim at him. I'm going to first get control of his body, and I'm going to then aim at his head and try to shoot. You know, I shot a little bit inconsistently there. I didn't go all out on him. I just kind of took a couple shots, burst shots at a time, because I realized that, you know, there's guys down below that can hear you, and right now I'm going to check those guys. There's like 3 guys standing in a hallway down below, where if you make the slightest noise, even with the silence gun, if you rapid fire it or burst fire it, they can shoot you. And see right there, yes, one of those guys, the guy who would have been nearest me, heard me. There's two guys remaining. There's 3 guys in total. There's 2 guys remaining down the hallway, and I know that one of them came at me. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take care of one of my objectives. I'm going to put the tracker bug on the helicopter, and there's a possibility that sometimes the enemies, they will run around, they will come around the right side of this ship, and or the left side. I mean, they will come around the ship and they will run around the helicopter and go up the stairs to you sometimes. But this is not one of those cases, and I didn't know that right now, so I'm taking a little more time than I need, and I'm checking the right to see if he's going to walk around that way, because I don't want him to be able to take some shots at me real quickly. And I'm checking right there real cautiously. I'm looking to see if he's up the stairways. The auto aim would have took control of that if I need to shoot him real quick. And I'm looking, and yes, a guy did come, and it was that guy right there, because he was missing. And the problem is that he's at the same position that the other guy was. So I got the same problem all over again. So now, even though I want to take him out with my slappers, I'm going to wait and see if he can see me, and right there is where he broke away, and that was risky right there. He actually, it's weird because he did not do the typical thing where he would step around to a new position and see me. The enemy can actually sometimes see you just by their own reaction graphic, because if you let them wait long enough, they will sometimes do, you know, little graphics that are like designed to make them look human. You know, they will actually do different things, you know, just waiting graphics is what I'll call them. And they can actually slightly reposition themselves while they're doing those little additional graphics. So it's not only the reaction graphic, it's not only the step around graphic, it's also their waiting graphics that can make them see you. So you got to be careful with that. You know, it's a good thing I didn't go to slappers, because if I would have tried to change to slappers, like my instinct told me, then I would have been out of luck there. I might have been able to switch to a gun and shoot him because he did run away from me. He didn't turn around to shoot. But still, it would have been very risky. And now I'm looking down the hallway at that guy standing there. And I know that there's a guy with eyes on him too. A guy's down the stairway. I'm shooting right next to him. That's why I'm not shooting at him. There's a guy down the stairway who's looking at him. If I shoot him, I'll have 2 guys to deal with. If I shoot that guy, I'll have 2 guys to deal with. So now, you know, he went right to where I shot him from, or just beyond that. And he's facing a bad way. I can't take him out. See, he stepped around. I still don't have his back. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to aim. I'm going to use the C controls, or no, I'm going to take him out just with my sight. And I tried to take him out from there. I tried to get a headshot on him and take him out from there. See, now I'm making sure I can get him to a stopping point. Now I realize he's not stopping, so I'm just going to take him out. You know, it was too late. I didn't have a jump on him. I couldn't have gone back to the other staircase, even though I wanted to. So I decided just to take him out from there. And again, you want to use C controls whenever you're playing Ring Around the Rosie, or you're going on a staircase. Anytime you're changing anytime you're changing the altitude, going up and down a staircase or something like that, you want to make sure that you have control. You have a hand on those C buttons, and you want to make sure that you keep your view consistent, because there have been times, and I'm checking to see if anyone heard me. There have been times where I have gone up and down a staircase, and the C controls, you know, I don't have control of the C's, and they, you know, the game puts me up too far up or too far down, and I lose sight of the guy, and he shoots me because I lose sight of him and I don't adjust quick enough. So, you know, you got to make sure you use those C controls to adjust your rank, to adjust your view, you know. And so now Now that I have control of the upper level, I want to make sure I get further control by going further in the level and taking out each guy along the way. Now I'm going back to check to make sure that no stragglers by any means have, by any guy I've taken out already, have made their way to any weird positions in the room, because sometimes they will surprise you. Sometimes they will hide behind corners and you'll go in the room thinking there's no one there, and then you'll get shot from behind. It's very tricky. So I refresh that door and I'm getting ready to pop out, pop in real quick and get that guy's attention. Now I know I don't have enough room to run through the door that I just refreshed. So I'm taking the safe route and I'm going through those other rooms. Now, I don't know which way they're going to be following me. They could be following me through those rooms or through that doorway. So, I'm staying in the safe spot. I'm keeping an eye on both doors until they shut. And when they both shut, that's when I can be sure that he's came to a stopping point. So, I don't know where he is. He could be in those two rooms or he could be along the hallway. So it depends. You want to make sure that you take out as many easy possibilities as possible first, which would be the hallway. And then if he's not there, you want to take out the hard possibilities. You want to see where he's at first, and then you want to make sure that, see, right now I'm weighing my options here. I'm figuring out whether I want to take him out. I'm seeing if anybody has made their way around the ship in case they see me from that staircase. And now what I'm going to do is I'm checking the staircases just to make sure that no one's in sight to shoot me when I open those doors. And I'm checking the hallway, because that's the first place he could be if he hasn't followed me as far as I needed him to. So yeah, I'm checking that way. Now I'm going to check right there to see if he's right behind the wall right there, because that's another popular place that they like to end up at. And I'm going to check this door. Now here I'm doing it the right way. I'm going to the side, I'm opening up a little bit of the room, and I'm edging my way in. And right there I realize that he's got his back turned. And I'm debating now, he's got his back turned, so I could switch to slappers, or I could use a gun, but at this point I figure, you know what, I don't want to deal with slappers anymore. I've already gotten control of the upper level, so I want to just take him out brute force. And so what I'm going to do right here is take the easy way and go off on him right here. Continuous rapid fire shots. Now I shouldn't have done that. And you're going to find out why I shouldn't have done that real quickly here. Real quickly. You are going to find out why I should not have done that. That was a big mistake. Now this moment coming up, I'd like to call the Saving Private Ryan moment of this film. It is the big moment of this film. It is much more risky than that moment in the facility level where there was 3 guys coming at me. That was nothing compared to this. So I'm not even going to try to attempt to call it. I'm going to just let you experience it for yourself and experience the raw emotion that I was going through when I did this stunt. Whoa, that was, you have no, there are no words, there are no possible words to articulate the emotions that I was feeling, what I was going through right there. Basically, this, to be as accurate as I can possibly attempt to be, this was like in that movie Saving Private Ryan, where the guy's being attacked from all sides, everyone around him, all his friends are dying, their guts are being ripped out from him right in front of his eyes. He fires off into nowhere land, and when it's all done, he's looking at everything, all the carnage, and he's just in utter shock. He's just wondering how he could have possibly survived, not even being, no victory, no nothing, just heart pounding, just, oh my God, just wondering how in the fuck, why, how could he have possibly survived? Oh my God, it's just hoping that no one else is coming, hoping, just staying there, heart pounding, just why? That's what I was feeling right there. That is how I was feeling right there in that moment. I mean, it's just, I should have been dead. That should have been the end of me. I mean, the guy was coming to my left, and now I've got myself back. and I'm edging out to take care of that guy right here, which is going to be tough because I'm going to have to hit him and run. Actually, I'm going to have to shoot near him and run because there's a guy with eyes on him too. But again, there was that guy coming to my left, and I couldn't focus on both of them. You know, I had to focus on the guy straight ahead of me, because, you know, he was straight ahead of me, and if I take my gun or my sight off of him, the other guy running up the staircase was going to hit me from behind. So I had to, you know, the guy was running. I knew he was going to come around the staircase and hit me from behind. So I had to go near that guy. Hopefully I'd hit him and kill him soon enough, get behind that pillar and out of the other guy's range. The guy took shots at me, and he took shots at me, and I had to get behind that pillar, and then once I was behind the pillar, I had to get out from behind it, and hopefully he wasn't going to shoot me when he saw me, and then he got the grenade, and then I had to make sure that he let him throw the grenade, even though I should have killed him, and he got killed with his own grenade, thank God. I didn't have to take care of him, otherwise I would have had to see if he pops down the left or right, and I would have had to pop out and shoot him before he shoots me. And not to mention the guy, oh my God, the guy who was right there, who was right here before when I got surprised in the first place. I don't know why those shots that he took didn't kill me. I should have been dead right there, because I think he was like trapped behind a door. So even though his graphic was, it looked like he was in front of the door, it looked like the guy was in front of the door and able to shoot me, but he actually wasn't. And so somehow, even though I saw the shots being taken from his gun, all the explosions, he didn't shoot me. I don't know if I was moving. It's weird. You know, when you're in a level like this where there's so many walls and stuff, you know, it's weird. And right now I'm checking to see if that guy, he didn't come. I'm popping out, doing the right method, you know, which is you want to pop out. You don't want to edge out and then have to edge back, because that's slower. You get back slower than you would if you popped out, which is what I'm doing. I'm doing everything right now because I know that I want that. I would know that I want that big moment to be the one that stays through this run. And I mean, oh my God, that was so hard. I could have died in so many ways there. I could have been dead right there. I should have been dead. I mean, that was amazing. That was. I hope that I never have anything like that. Well, you know, ideally when you're doing a run like this, you don't want anything like that to happen, because it severely increases the chance that you're going to die in the run. But it's entertaining for a project. It's entertaining when you do voiceover later and you make a project out of it. So, you know, I have mixed feelings about whether I want that to happen again. So, but I've got myself together by now. You know, I've got myself together by now on the run. And now that I've got control of the situation, I'm going back and I'm taking care of the rest of the level. I'm trying to make sure that I do everything right from here on out. I don't want to do that again. Even though, you know, it's, again, here's someone with their back to me. Although it is kind of a good thing, though, when you take risks like that and you take people out that way, is because now that you know that all the guys came who were, you know, all the guys who came at you know, and I'm doing it again, but it's actually a good thing, believe it or not, because even though it's you know, even though you could have been dead right there, you know that all the guys who could have heard you and could have came at you probably would have came at you, and there's probably not going to be any more. You know, if there's any more, then that means that you know, I mean, the game's inconsistent. You know, all the guys who would have came at you came at you. So now, and that right there was a bad thing that I did. Now I can take out each guy one by one, and if anyone else comes at me, I can see that they're coming at me and back away. So now I'm realizing that I don't need to go back to my safe spot every time. I can just edge out, and if someone comes at me, I can deal with them as they come. That guy, I actually didn't know where he was positioned in the level. So that's probably the only reason why I edged out sidestepping instead of getting my sight on screen and then popping out and back real quick, because I didn't know whether I would see him. I didn't know where he was positioned, because that's what I have to know in order to be able to do that technique. So right now I'm judging whether I'd be able to get out there on the other side of the pillar. I need to be able to put the pillar between me and him in order to get out, to go to the left of the pillar and get his back. So I'm not confident that will happen. So what I'm going to do is, I don't even want to take out him with slappers at this point, because it's just too risky. So I got his attention, I took out as much of his head as I possibly could, and I got him when he came at me. And you'll notice when I do this, when I try to get him with the DK Duchesne, is that even though I try to take him out from that position, you know, which is farther away, but it's no big deal since you have the gate between you. And again, I'm checking to see if anyone heard me here. No one heard me. The thing is, the bad thing about this gun, you know, truth be told, it's my favorite gun in the game. It really is. It's a silenced weapon, it's rapid fire, and it gives you just as much bullets as the KF Soviet. But the bad thing about it is that the shots you take with it are not as clear as the KF Soviet. And there's actually a possibility of a misfire. And it's really annoying, because that means you can't do the same standard procedure as the KF Soviet. Even when you try, you have to be ready for when it's not going to work. Because if you try to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if you try to take each shot at a regular interval, one shot is not, I guarantee you, most of the time one shot will not work, will not go through, even if you press the button. So it's really inconsistent. It's a fluky gun, it really is. And right there, I'm trying to make sure that guy doesn't see me, or I'm trying to make sure he sees me, but he doesn't take a shot at me when he does. So right now, I'm realizing that I might have to pop out. And again, there's guys behind him. There, right there, I hit him. That's probably the best you can do without popping out. You know, that's the best edge out technique you can use. And right here, I'm running down the full length of the hallway instead of going in those little rooms, because I realize that I have enough of a jump on him to get ahead of him to where he's not going to see me when I get to the end of the hallway. So that's good. Now I can actually use the hallway and hopefully draw them to come the same way I came, which is actually shorter than if they were, and less risky than if they were to go through all those rooms right there in the middle. So yeah, what I'm trying to do right now that I've got control of the upper level, is that my next objective is to get control of that room that you saw right there that he was in, with all the ammo boxes. Because the thing is that unlike the facility, in this level, so I'm checking if he's in the hallway, he's right there at the end. Now I'm going to shoot at him to get his attention, and then take him out like I would before. And the thing is that right now I'm caught up in the mode where I'm taking everybody out with my gun, because I realize that my next objective is to get control of the ammo room. And to get control of it so that, you know, usually I'd have a grenade, and I'd drop the grenade between the boxes so that all the grenade would take out all the boxes for me. I'd have maximum ammo gain. See, right now I'm using C controls for his head. And I'm going to try to take him out regular intervals. So, but right there, you see there's a gap there because the gun did not shoot. I pressed the button. I did press the button, but the gun did not shoot at regular intervals. It's a fluky gun. But as I was saying, is that the ammo boxes in this level are at the heart of the level, not at the very beginning of the level. They are smack in the heart of the level, where there's a whole bunch of enemies around the rooms, you know, around them. There's a whole bunch of enemies waiting to hear you. You do not want to take the ammo boxes out with your gun. But here I'm realizing by now I'm realizing that, you know, I'm too far in the level. I mean, this is past the halfway point of the stunt. So now I'm realizing, you know, I'm going to take out more enemies, because they're all standing around the room, and they could hear me if I go off on the ammo boxes. And I have enough ammo to take out a couple more enemies with my gun. I'm taking out that guy. I should have hit him, but it doesn't matter because no one's watching him. You know, I'm realizing now that they're not going to follow me all the way. So now that I have control of the upper level, I can afford to shoot them from here. And this is bad. This is a mistake. I should leave. I should get the fuck out of there, but I didn't. You know, I could have easily, at that distance, with him being as small as he appeared to me, I could have easily missed him. I think I was relying on auto aim there. I could have easily missed him, and he could have gotten a shot off at me. But I think what happened right there is that I was actually using auto aim, and at a certain point, I could have kept trying to take him out from there, but at a certain point, I realized that using auto aim, it wasn't going to get me to aim at his head, you know, which is what I need to be doing. If I would have kept shooting him, I could have killed him, yes, but I would have been wasting a whole bunch of extra bullets, and at this point, you know, I don't want to do that. I can't waste bullets at this point. I need to have as much bullets as I can possibly have. So I realized that, you know, auto aim was not going to be worth it, and also aiming at his head was not going to be worth it, because if I switched from not aiming at him to aiming at him, I could miss him on the very first shot, and he could kill me. So right there, you know, I took a little bit of a risk, and I try to get back to the safe spot as fast as possible. If he would have followed me the exact way I had retreated from him, if he would have followed me at the exact path I took when I retreated from him, he would have probably gotten a good shot off at me, or not. You don't know, but I did get back pretty quickly. But yeah, fortunately he didn't. He went the long way through all the other rooms, and now I'm waiting for him to get now I'm trying to take him out from there. And that was just a result. I could have taken him out if I kept firing. He went the long way, but I could have taken him out from that position, but he was too far away from me. And you know, it's as I said in the facility level. If you try to shoot them, if you do this method where you shoot them in the head, their head may not recoil in the same position from where you last shot it at. And that's why I didn't hit him right there. That's why I didn't keep on hitting him, because, you know, it ended up somewhere else and I missed him. So fortunately I had a safe spot. Now that guy right there, I took a little bit of a risk by hitting him, because there's a guy who's right around the corner from him. Normally when you hit him, the guy who's right around the corner will not see him being hit. But in this case, that guy actually rolled to his left, and probably by the end of that roll, he put himself in position for that guy around the corner to see him. Now, if I would have not shot him immediately, or if I would have relied on the auto aim and I would have been late on my shot, then I probably would have shot him at the end of his roll, which means that guy would have seen him and I would have had two guys to deal with. But fortunately though, I hit him right away, and I hit him, you know, fortunately he's the only guy who's going to be coming after me. Now again, he's going to be at the bottom of the staircase right here, and he's got his back turned, and I'm going to shoot him one time and get away. Now, I took a little bit of a risk there by going down to the end of the hallway, but at this point I feel I can afford to go to the end of the hallway and trust that he's not going to wind up behind my back and shooting me as I'm running. So now I'm waiting to see if he's going to turn around and give me his back. And again, I'm not going to use a slapper, so it really isn't that big of a deal. But again, he's not, okay, it looks like he's not doing anything. So I'm going to get C buttons, focus on his head. And again, the gun did not work right there. I tried to take him out just by using C buttons alone. But the gun, it's a fluky gun. It does not work. It didn't work when I tried to do the same method as I would with the KF-Soviet. Now, it's just one of those things, you know, and I'm not sure, but I think that not being on the aim, not having the sight on screen may be a factor. But I didn't want to use the sight because if he runs real quick, I got to run. I got to get off the sight and run. So I want to be able to run as quick as I can. Now there's a guy right there, and I can't shoot at him because there's a guy down the hallway with eyes on him. And that was tricky right there, because if I don't, first of all, if I hit him, I get a little bit more reaction time to get away from him, because he does, even though the reaction time is at the maximum, he does have to react to my hit. He does have to react for a split second to if I hit him. But I can't hit him because there's a guy with eyes on him, so I have to shoot near him, which allows him to come after me as fast as possible. Now all he's got to do is come around me, around the corner to me, to see me, and I got to go up the staircase, so I actually have a longer way to run than he has to turn around and see me. So that was a risk. He actually got some shots off at me because he saw me as I was running. So that's a big risk, you know, you have to be quick on that. You know, you cannot stumble through this level. I mean, that's the thing about this level, is since the level is so tight with all these little, you know, doorways and stuff, there's a big chance of getting stuck on a doorway or something. And right there, that was a risk. That was a risk right there. Again, I have no idea. I should have hit him once and I should have got the hell out of there. But I didn't. I took a risk by shooting him a second time. You know, what am I going to do? Shoot him on his body and get more body hits and waste more ammo? I mean, it's an unnecessary risk. And I don't know why he killed me. He didn't kill me right there. I mean, and yes, I swear to God, I did not edit this video. I did put maximum accuracy. It is on 100%. I did not edit this video. And trust me, I would have loved to put more footage in here. I would have loved to step up the quality of this voiceover from the last and put some Saving Private Ryan footage in here, possibly some Goldeneye footage in here. But I didn't do it just on purpose, just so I can prove that that was not a dressed up in any way. That the stats are on maximum. It's on 100%. So that should have been a kill right there. He should have killed me right there. But you know, see, I'm checking right there, and again, I can afford to go all out on him because anyone who would have heard me has. But as I was saying before, you know, I mean, it's like, I think in this kind of level where there's so many alternations of altitude right here, where you're going up and down stairways and there's a whole bunch of walls, it's actually easier for the enemy to shoot you with you being able to see them shoot you and still not hit you. Because that's this thing, is that the enemy, you know, with 100% accuracy, they will take shots at you. You know, it's not like it's absolute. It's not like any visibility you have of them, they will be an automatic hit. It doesn't work that way. There actually is a physical explanation for the shots that they take at you. And right there, I'm realizing that, you know, that guy, he had nobody with eyes on him, so I could afford to hit him. I'm waiting. I have a new safe spot now. This is going to be my new safe spot around that corner, because it's, you know, it's where you can actually see the guy. You can shoot him as soon as he sees you. And well, it actually is a little risky because there have been times where I actually go around, he comes around and shoots me before I can pull the trigger myself. And now I'm taking out, there's a guy with eyes on him. Now I have no choice but to have two guys after me, because I have to shoot the hostage taker once to get his attention, to get him away from the hostage himself. And I have to, the other guy's gonna see me when that happens. So I'm being prepared for two guys, you know. And again, it's like, you know, that's going to be my new safe spot, because at this point I realize that I have enough control of the upper level to be able to shoot people in the back right there, to go all out on their head and know that no one's going to come after me. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk there by having a new safe spot, because I don't know who exactly could hear me and who exactly can't. But if anyone does hear me, they're going to come and I'm going to know it. So basically I'm doing that technique where I go get a better safe spot. I get a less adequate safe spot. And if I need to, I back up to my next back safe spot, and I keep going back until I get one where I can take them out. And here's what I'm doing right here. I'm taking them out right there. I'm, you know, doing what I need to be doing. So, yeah. Now what I'm going to do is, you know, anyone who hears me, I got it in my mind. I know that anyone, you know, someone else could hear me if I get a sooner safe spot. But at this point, you know, you have to realize that the more deeper you go into this level, the closer you get to the engine room. And the enemies in the engine room can't hear you very well at all. You can be in the engine room taking out guys in that room itself, and they won't hear you. So the closer you get there, the less likely they can hear you. Actually, the only guys I'm really worried about now are the guys standing on the other side of that ammo room. You know, where all the ammo boxes are, because they actually can hear you if you use a loud weapon or use rapid fire. So those are the only dangerous people now left in this level. I don't think anyone from here, no one from the engine room is going to come after you, I believe. And so now, I'm checking this room. I know that the hostage, I know that that guy, since there was no hostage release sign, was the guy who saw the hostage taker being hit. And this is one of those examples where the hostage taker himself stayed there. And, you know, I can, now that I went all out on him. So now, you know, if any guys who are going to hear me are going to come and they're going to hear me. I realize it's unavoidable, so now what I'm doing is I'm realizing that if anyone's going to come, they're going to come. So now I realize that, you know, I'm not going to get a grenade. It's not going to happen. If it would have happened, it would have happened already. So I'm going to do it the way I didn't want to do it. I need more ammo. You can see how low I am on ammo. If I go any further in the level, I'm going to put myself at risk of running out of ammo, taking out a guy. So I've got to take out the boxes, and I'm trying my best to shoot one by one. You know, I should switch. I would normally switch to the PPK just to make sure that I can shoot one by one and not, like, you know, mess up or something. But I know that those guys might hear me if I do that. So, you know, I'm trying to take out each one. I'm settling with the gain of 5 bullets per box, and it's not that much, but it will do something. And hopefully, I'm hoping right now that it will. I've taken out enough guys that it will get me to the end of the level. That will hold me over till the end. And, you know, that's the thing about this, is that you don't need to defeat every single enemy in the level. That's what I like about these things. That's what I like about speed runs in general, as opposed to tool-assisted runs. Tool-assisted speed runs is what they call them nowadays. I'm an old fogey here. You know, this is all new to me. So, you know, I like speed runs much more because there's an element of choice in them. You know, even though this is not the fastest way you could do this stunt, and I'm taking a real big risk here because the guys upstairs can hear me. If they're going to hear me, they're going to hear me. There's more than one way you can do this stunt. You know, and that's a great thing, is that it involves the element of choice. You know, it's just as much about the enemies you're not going to take out as it is about the enemies that you're going to take out. And right here, I realize that there's a guy standing down the hallway next to that guy right there that you can see, who's going to come immediately. So I can't afford to hang around and take shots at him. I got to run immediately. 2 guys are going to come at me, and it's, again, you know, it involves an element of choice. I could have just as easily, in fact, back in the day when I did the facility stunt, the main reason why I wasn't able to do this level, as you can see I'm doing now, I'm being very successful at now, is because my procedure was not getting control of the upper level. My procedure was going back towards those guys downstairs in that hallway down below and taking them all out with slappers as well. And then once I'm done there, taking out those guys that I'm worried will hear me. So I actually took out more guys with slappers than I needed to back in the day, and that's what killed me. I didn't have that killer instinct in me back in the day that said, you know what, it's okay not to take out every guy, to take every precaution. It's okay not to be paranoid. It's okay not to take absolutely every guy out in sight that's easiest for you before you take out the guys that are hardest for you. I didn't have that back in the day, and that's the main reason why I believe I wasn't able to do this stunt back in the day, and why going back on it years later I was able to do it within the first 5 to 10 tries. You know, actually probably the first 3 tries, because some of those tries were spent just getting used to the level again. And right now he's got his back towards me, and I realize I can go and take him out right there and minimize my bullet usage. But I also realize, actually I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that, because I realize that if I do that, then there's a chance that the other guy who, there's 2 guys coming after me, the other guy might be around the corner here somewhere, and he might actually hear me taking out that guy, and he might come after me before I'm ready for him. So yeah, that's the thing, is that this involves strategy. You know, back in the day, you know, if I were in my right mind, if I were doing this absolutely the smartest way possible, I would go back all the way to I would take 1 shot at him, go all the way back to my safe spot, you know, and tick off more running time. But I'm not going to do that. And so I'm being very careful, backtracking my steps, and he's right there. See, he's surprising me. That was a risk. That was a big risk right here. So now I'm waiting to see if he's going to come after me. He's not. So I'm thinking, okay, he must have ran after me. But so I'm checking. No, he's not. He's right there. See, I didn't know that. I thought he was going to run out the other way and try to sneak up behind me, but he didn't. He stayed right there. And see, that's the great thing about these things, is that there's an element of surprise in them. You're not trying to do the mechanically fastest way that you can possibly take out the stunt. You're not trying to do a demonstration. I mean, tool-assisted runs are not accomplishments, in my opinion. They are demonstrations. You know, this is more performance-based. You know, there's a possibility of error. You know, and there's multiple ways to do it. You know, and that's a great thing about these type of speed runs. You know, and here's where I get my break. This is the last side. Take out the engine room bomb, and now I've basically got the stun in the bag. And you know, now one of the reasons why I took that risk is because there were a couple times during this run where I glanced over at the clock when I was recording this. I record this right on my digital camera, and I was glancing at the clock to make sure I wasn't taking up too much time, and I was going to be able to do this within the tape's time limit, which is an hour and 2 minutes and about half a minute left. And right now, this is the one break I'm going to get. It's kind of like the facility level where I got that one guy at the very beginning, because this guy, you can shoot him, he's a hostage taker. You can shoot him as much as you want, and he will not leave that hostage by himself. So that's the one break that you get, the one really good break that you get. And again, those enemies do not hear you because it's the engine room and it's loud. That's the one break that you get in this level. And it comes at the very end. It's the last guy that you absolutely have to take out. And from now on, you know, I'm on 12 bullets. You know, I've only got room to take out one guy with two bullets to spare if I'm lucky. So right now, all the level consists of, all that this stunt, ooh, and that was risky. My heart rate went up there because that's a hostage, but you never know if it's an enemy. You know, they'll get your heart rate up no matter what, no matter who they are. But yeah, now all I have to do is get out of the level and use whatever bullets I have left to take out anybody unexpected that shows up. And now, you know, I've completed my objectives. The only thing left to do is free that hostage right there in that room, because that's the thing, is that I'm checking my objectives now. Ideally, in real life, the hostage would go away as soon as the enemy leaves him, especially if he's down there, especially if he's that far away. You know, the hostage wouldn't be afraid. Well, maybe they would, but you would tell them to leave, you know. And it's not that likely that the guy would see him. So, you know, even though I didn't officially complete every single, you know, it's not required that you free all the hostage. Just 5 out of the 6, I believe. You know, you can leave or let one get killed. But, you know, again, I don't care that I'm not freeing him. I should leave the level right now, but I'm wasting my last bullets just in case, the slim chance that somebody will be taken out. And no one got taken out. That hostage is going to be unfreed technically, but you know, at this point, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. I've done my objectives and it's over. As far as I'm concerned, if that hostage was smart, he would free himself. So yep, it's a done deal. I've completed it. And that is the run. That is how you do the Frigate level. And whew, that was tough. That was really tough. And as you can see right there in the stats, there's much more headshots than there were body shots, as opposed to the facility where most of those shots were spent, you know, getting control of the situation. This is more what a typical stunt like this is more reflective of what a typical stunt like this would be like. You know, with your accuracy way up, with your head hits way up, and that's how a stunt like this goes. Now, as I said before, in the last run, there's this level and the facility level are the only ones that I could realistically see being able to do the stunt with. But I've since found out that there are 2 other levels that you can do the stunt with. One of them being the archives level, and the other one being the surface level. I mean, the bunker level, the bunker 2 level. But before I show you that one, I want to show you an outtake from this run. But before we actually get to that outtake, there's a couple more strategic points I want to make that I wasn't able to cover on the run that I did. Now, when you get to this part where you run up the stairs, and you can hear by the gunshots that they see you when you do that, you do not want to linger in this spot while they're coming at you, because the computer will actually mimic your movements. If you get a good angle at them where you can see them well, they will actually mimic your movements and get that same good angle when they eventually end up there, which is bad for you because you're trying to sneak up on them without them seeing you. So as you can see, this is the spot that I really should be getting to. And there they come right there. And you see how that guy, he went up immediately to the spot where I stopped at momentarily. He didn't go to the spot where I'm at right now. He would have went below the bridge and possibly turned his back to me, which would have been great. But no, he stopped at that spot right there. So now I got an even harder task of trying to take him out without him hitting me. And you know, again, this is what you don't want to do. Back in the day when I was failing at this stunt, I always used this area right here, you know, stepping around the stairs. See how he got that shot off at me right there? He shouldn't have been able to get that duck shot off at me. When I was younger, I used to use this spot as my safe spot. But this is a very bad place to use, because when you think about it, not only is it a very small game of ring around the rosy around the bottom of the staircase, but once you go up there to get that enemy up there, it's a real tough task to do, because he has a good shot at you no matter how you get up there. See how he turned around real quick to shoot me? I mean, if I would have went down the long way, he would have seen me no doubt, but I came up there and to his side, and he also had a good shot at me. So that's the thing, is that you do not want to use this place as your safe spot, because if you get a good angle at him, he will get a good angle at you. And no matter which way you come from, you'll have to deal with an initial shot like I had to do right there. So this is a bad place to use as the safe spot. That's why you want to get to the spot later on that I actually use during the run itself. Now here, coming up, we have the outtake. As you can see right there, those are the hostage takers, the ones that did not come running after me. And right now I'm cycling through my guns to make sure that I can cycle, I know exactly how much action button presses it will take to go from my gun, from my hand to my gun. And so I've decided to go with the slappers, and right here you're gonna see the outtake. Right here, it's never happened at any attempt before this. This is the only time I've ever had it happen to me. I'm taking out this guy, he steps all the way to the side, and right before he can get a shot off, two guys, one slapper, both of them at the same time. Never happened before. And this time it has, and right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to aim the center, that artificial sight that I put on my television screen is aimed right on their shoulders, both of their shoulders, so that I can slap both of them at the same time and that neither of them will duck down and get out of my sight. Now what I realized after doing this was that this actually right here, but remember how I said that the archives is probably impossible to do this stunt with? It's not. And this right here is what makes it possible. Before, I was discouraged from doing it because in the archives you have to get behind one guy and the other guy can turn around and shoot you immediately. But sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes the guy in the archives actually runs to where you're at and gets as close as that guy is now to the other guy, to the original guy that I was taking out, and basically gets close enough to where you can start doing this. This is how you get out of the archives room, the interrogation room in the archives. And eventually that happens, you can concentrate on one, and once you've gotten out of that room, once you've taken care of that, you can go through the rest of the level, and theoretically it should be all possible. So yeah, that's the outtake, and that's actually how you will get past the interrogation room in the archives and make that level possible with this stunt, which I do plan to do at a later date. But now for the bunker level. This is the next level that I can realistically see myself doing despite my past skepticism. But I think next time when I go to do this level, I'm going to add a new element to these stunts, and that is that I'm going to do my voiceovers live. Hello everybody, this is Undercover Filmer here, coming to you live from inside the voiceover booth as I attempt to do this Goldeneye stunt. And hopefully this will be the first and only time that I have to record this. Otherwise, if I don't make it on my first try, I'll have to redo this over and over and over again until I run completely dry of things I got to say. Or I have to repeat the same things over and over again, in which case I get completely insanely organized to the extent where it's not even believable anymore. And all errors will remain, as you can see right there. So what is the stunt here? The stunt is the Bunker 2 level, which I just found out is possible to do this stunt with. Basically, we go to 007 mode, we put all the stats up to max, no cheats on. Oh, I should have shown that, damn it. Where's the cheats? No cheats, no cheats, there we go. Previous, select mission, Bunker 2, go max stats, and here's the objectives. Now, I'm not going to go over all this because these are relatively insignificant. Basically, it involves just going around the level and collecting various items, but I have objectives of my own that will get me through this, and I'll explain them as I go along. I'm probably going to be less thorough in my explanations than I usually am, simply because I have to concentrate on beating the level, but hopefully I can add as much of that in there as possible. So our first task involves, oh, and by the way, I want to mention I'm using my backup camera for a change. So if in case there's any, oh, I gotta get it. Alright, so now that I have a little bit of time, hopefully this guy doesn't step out of the way, I want to mention that I'm using my backup camera, and instead of the normal camera that I use, which is what I'm using right now to record the game itself. So that was a little bit of risk there. That was a very clunky way I got out of the cell right there. I don't want to do that again. I want to make sure I get everything organized. So if I tune out for a little bit, that just means I'm concentrating. But I'm going to try to provide as much commentary as I possibly can. So yeah, I'm just slapping this guy, and this guy is not really much of a danger. There are enemies in this level that react quicker than the normal enemies. Those are usually the double-fisted guys with clubs, or the guys with double-fisted clubs. And the good thing about them, the bad thing is that they react quicker than most enemies. That's the bad thing. The good thing is that if we take one hit with the club, then we might survive that, because as long as you don't take 2 hits with the club, it's okay, because the club is the weakest weapon in the game. It only takes about only causes about 80% of the damage of a normal weapon. And right now, I don't remember if I got the let's see, watch magnet attract. Did I get the throwing knives down here? There are throwing knives. I don't think they'll be. Okay, I got them. Yes. I don't think they'll be that useful, since normally they take out a guy in 1 hit, but this time they probably won't be that useful at all. Now, the next thing we gotta do, we gotta take out the guys walking around in the halls. And actually, I'm gonna use slappers for those, because we don't have very much ammo to start out with. There are 3 hull areas. You see the third one up ahead. There's this one area right here, and then there's a second one, which was where the guys are coming from. I don't want to go down there, because if they see me, they have a jump on me instead of me having a jump on them. Okay, I know he saw me. That's good enough. The key is, I'm going to get in this little doorway. They can actually see me through a sliver of the doorway. That's provided he's coming in the first place. Shit. Okay, I don't have his back. Which means that I'm going to have to figure out a way to sneak up on him. Actually, maybe you can see me through the sliver over the side. Can you see me? Damn it, you can't see me. Okay. I'm going to do it the regular way. Woo! Got it. That was a bit of a trick there. Whew. Okay, that was a bit of a trick, because I lost sight of him, and he's getting shots off. This is annoying. He's getting little shots off simply because he reacts faster than all the other enemies in the level. See, every time he gets a shot off, even if it's a small little thing, he makes me nervous. But it's okay, at least I got control of the situation. I had no clue where he stepped. In fact, I think I know how I'm going to handle this from here on out. Okay, those bullets won't do any good, because we can't use those until we get a gun that doesn't make as much noise. That's how I'm gonna... That's how I deal with things when I am under pressure. I define things. Okay, good. See, I use that little sliver in the door right there. They act like it's an opening. That's the good thing, is that normally I would take the risky route, and I would show up in the doorway as soon as they open it and come through it. I'd show up with the well-timed slappers so that I get them automatically. But in this case, I realize there's a little sliver in the door where they act like it's an open area, so I can take advantage of that and get them to go through at least one shooting cycle. And I gotta be careful because this guy's backing up. This guy is backing up, and if he backs up and he gets a shot off, he'll kill me. So I gotta make sure that I'm always kind of edging towards him a little bit. Just a little bit, in the slightest. You know, that's the thing. You always want to make sure that you're all the way up against him, so that the chances of him getting a shot off is minimal. Oh, man. Already having heart-pounding moments here. Small ones, but I'm already having them. Alright, so now I gotta make sure. See, I gotta switch to my gun, because if I need to, I'll use the ammo in my gun, but I don't want to. So I want to make sure that and the slappers is the next thing I have on my action button list. So that's the thing, I can go from the gun to the slappers, no problem. It's going from slappers to gun that's a problem, but hopefully I won't have to do that. I'll wait till that guy passes. I gotta get rid of all the guys walking down this hallway first. That's number one objective. Okay, so now hopefully there's nobody here. Nobody here, good. Alright, now get in position. Make sure I can pop back in, good I can. No one's, the good thing is that no one's gonna come from where they went. Fuck, I can't get set up. Shit, get set up just right. I'm being a perfectionist here. No one can come from where they went, so I don't have to be looking in two directions. That's a good thing. I can focus only on this area. And make sure I pop. See, there's a lot of waiting in this challenge, in this stunt. There's a lot of waiting. A lot of waiting, a lot of stalking, a lot of Walker Texas Ranger type maneuvers here. Although I don't want to dare sneak up on somebody to get their back while they're walking, because that's what actually convinced me years ago that this wasn't worthwhile, or doable, because I thought that you have to sneak up on people in the hallway and take them out there, which of course would lead to more people coming while you're taking them out, because it takes so freaking long with the slappers. So that's what made me think it's not possible, but I think otherwise nowadays. And I'm not going to pop in. I want to pop in again just to see. See, I know that those guys are walking around the hallways. There's some guys that are programmed to walk around all three hallways, and alright, I know he saw me. Okay, as I was saying before, some guys are programmed to walk around all three hallways, and those are the guys that you want to take out first, the guys that walk in the number 1 hallway. And then after you're done there, you want to take out the guys walking in the number 2 hallway, and then you want to leave the third guys because they don't come unless they hear you. So you want to deal with them later when it's more convenient, when you have all the control. So basically, take out the guys in hallways 1 and 2. Then once you have control of those, take out all the guys with the regenerating enemies, because there are enemies that are standing around in this area who will regenerate if they come out because they heard you. And you don't want that to happen because those are extra enemies that you don't have to take out. So that's your next objective. Take out hallways 1 and 2, then take out the people in the regenerating rooms, and then take away the guys in the 3rd hallway, because those are the next guys who are unpredictable. And then you want to, let's see, alright, so, and then we'll get there when we get there. Now I gotta make sure, see, here's the thing, every time that happens, I gotta make sure that I keep an eye on the hall. Every time I take somebody out now, okay, I've taken out 3 guys because I have 30, oh no, but I've only taken out 2 from a hallway, that's the thing. Okay, so, yeah, basically you want to make sure that you wait long enough so that you, what the heck, is this camera on? Oh yeah, it's just dark. I believe it's just dark. Yeah, that's right, it's just dark. Because I have the voiceover camera on with the flip screen out, but there's not enough light in here to see. So, alright, I'm debating on whether I should go out into the hallway and see. Someone might be there, and if I have to deal with them, fuck. Alright, you know what? If I have to deal with them, I'm dealing with them with slappers. poorly timed. Okay. Got him. Wow. That was a close one. Hopefully there'll be no big moments in this one. I'm hoping that there'll be no big... I know that you, the viewer, are hoping that for there to be the most death-defying stunt here, or moment in this stunt as possible, but no, I'm hoping that this will be all routine. Because I'm going to tell you one thing right now. The few moments that we've had already are enough to make me say, you know what, I've had enough of this. So, I can care less whether it's actually entertaining later on. I really can't. The bad thing about this level also is that these guys don't give you grenades. These guys do not give you grenades if you take them out. Well, they don't. I don't think I've never seen a guy here pull out a grenade, so I'm pretty certain that none of them have them, unfortunately, because that would be a big help. This guy's great. He's up against the wall. He's up against the prison wall, and he's only sliding to the right a little bit. Perfect. Man. Okay, so where's the gun? 1, 2. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna take care of this. Slapper. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 1 to slapper, 4 to gun. Ugh. Okay. So that's 3 guys I've taken on the hallways. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. So what I'm thinking of doing now is if a guy doesn't come pretty soon, I'm thinking of going out and making my new place to retreat from. Alright, you know what? You'll notice how I'm doing the edge out strategy now. So this is hallway 2. Someone saw me. There's a chance that I might get his back now since it's from far away. So actually, first I'm going to do this strategy because I know it works well. Oh, okay, it didn't work there. It doesn't always work. You have to be right in the edge. See, that's the thing. That's the problem about this, is that if you use the little, oh crap, now the door wants to shut behind me. That's fine. As long as it doesn't cut us off, it's fine. That's the thing about this, is that if you use that little area that you have available between the cell door and the cell itself, it's possible that they could go through their shooting cycle, but you won't know that unless you hang around. And if you hang around and they react as fast as they possibly can, then it's highly likely that you'll be dead. So that's the thing, is that unless I see it right away, I don't know, so I have to be ready for this. But that's okay, this strategy works just as well. You know, again, the slappers are not a good technique to use, but in cases like this, you know, you only have a little bit of ammo. Basically, what I'm trying to do after I take out these guys in the hallways, first I gotta take out all the guys in the hallways, and the hard part is that I gotta try to do it like this. You know, that's the thing, is that unless you take out all the guys in the hallways like this, you're not putting yourself in a good position to do the rest of this stunt. So that's the thing, is that, okay, I can safely assume that there's no one else in hallway 1. So I'm going to edge out right here. I'm using the edge out strategy because if I need to get back, I can't pop out. Because if I pop out and I let it go while they're in their shooting cycle, I'll pop back in really quick before I can move away. So this is going to be tough. Hopefully I can get him to do that thing. Is he coming? Not all the way, he's not. Alright. I don't know where he is. He could be at the end of the hallway. 2, 3, 4. He could be at the end of the hallway, in which case he'll hit me if I pop out. So I need to... Oh, he's right there. Well, good thing there's no one else walking in hallway 1, because that means that... Okay, come on. Take your shots. And that's the one hit I'm going to take through this run. So now I don't have any hits left in me. Not even a club hit. That was tough because I actually was the aggressor there. I came to him instead of letting him come to me. So that was bad. If I did that with the gun guy, I would have been dead. Or actually, I could have probably, you know what I should probably do from now on? I should probably make sure that I pop in and pop out once they open the doorway. But that's cool. I'm not planning on taking any more hits anyways. I mean, obviously this stunt involves maximum difficulty, so you got to be prepared not to take any. You got to be ready not to take hits. So hey, that's my one break. That's my one break. There is one more double-fisted gun guy in the third hallway alone, I believe. So let's see. What I would do. Let's see if I were. Let's see if he were right here. And he were opening the door. No, he'd get me from there. I got to make sure. Right there. Well, I could go like this. I don't know. I'm thinking the edge out might be better. Oh well. Let's see. I gotta make sure nobody else is walking in the hallway. I let him see me just so he comes farther than the last guy. Only reason I did that. I think he got a shot off at me at close range, so that was risky. If I was any less close to him, I probably would have gotten killed right there. Whew. But the good thing is that I used the edge. I used that little opening there, which was good. So, and you know what? I'm thinking that in order to use the opening, I have to be a little more closer to the doorway. That's probably what it was. Because I think once they get to the doorway and they press the trigger to open the door, that's when they don't shoot through the edge at you anymore. So if I can get to them before they get there, then that will make them go through their shooting cycle. Because that's my best bet, really. I mean, it really is. Otherwise, I'm taking a chance every time, no matter how good I get there. When they open the door, I'm probably going to end up getting hit. So yeah. And I'm sorry if this kind of sounds random. I know that there's a tendency for my mind to wander, especially when I'm doing this kind of monotonous task right here. And I'm not as prepared as I usually would be. All right. Please, no more guys in hallway 2. Please. No more guys in hallway 2. I need to get out of the way as soon as I see him. One more. Look through there. Oh, holy shit. Turn around, turn around. Turn around! Turn around! Give me your back! Oh, fuck. This is hard, because he might see me through the thing and he might not. Oh, perfect. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, right when I said perfect, he started to step out of the way. Alright. You son of a bitch. Alright, that's fine. At least I got him to go through the shooting cycle. And see, that's the thing, he ducked down. So I was lucky, he ducked down. If he didn't duck down and he would have went turn and shoot, it would have been much riskier. I'm already using 21 minutes. Jeez, I gotta get going, dude. I gotta get my freaking go on. Well, it'll be easier once I get past these guys in the hallway because... Ammo do I need? Ammo do I need? I'm not gonna rush myself. I'm so not rushing myself. Alright, time to see if there's any more guys in the hallway. Hopefully there's not. starting to think that maybe I should take him out with my gun, but I know there's regenerating enemies nearby. Now the thing sees me. Alright, there's probably nobody else. And if there is, I'll see him. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. I've got a good amount of ammo. As long as I don't go off on anybody, I'm fine. Alright, I think all the guys in the hallways are done. That's hallway 1 and 2 clear. So now I've got to take out the regenerating enemies. Damn it. Piss me off. I gotta see if anyone heard that. And if they did, I gotta take them out one by one. The good thing is that I have the KF Soviet, so the shots are clearer. Fuck, I can't go by there because that guy, there's a guy in there that will hear me. So now, let's see, I want to clear this area out so I have it to use. Okay, there's 2 guys around the corner there, but I'm not going to go past them unless I need to. I'm not expecting a frenzied escape anytime soon. So now what I think I'm going to do, since there are regenerating enemies in this room, I'm going to shoot near one, since there's a guy with eyes on him. Actually, I shouldn't take him out first, but you know what? No, you know what? I can do this. I'm gonna do it with the slappers. Oh boy. Okay, that's fine. The door, as long as the door doesn't cut us off, I'm fine. I gotta take out the guys in the near room. Forget about these guys. That's just one guy. Doing fine on time. Oh, actually, I'm not doing fine. Oh, 26 minutes. Oh. Okay, I looked at the clock right there. My focus was off of him. Okay, so now I gotta use my gun. I mean, this is the last guy I'm gonna do with slappers. I actually looked at the... I can't believe I did that. I actually looked at the camera recording time. Alright, you know what? I have a lot of ammo right now. I'm gonna break even on most of these guys. So now I'm going to shoot near him, since there's 3 guys with eyes on each other. Ah! That guy's pissing me off. I can't take him out from here because then the other guys will come. For sure. So I'm going to have to shoot near... Hopefully no one heard that. I lost some ammo on that one. I'd say about 4 rounds I lost. Man, I was hoping his head didn't recoil too far back, otherwise I would have missed one and he would have kept running. That was close. That was real close. That was something. That was something. Now, this guy's going to be hard. I know he's in there, and I know he's on the closest part possible, you know, to the door. He's like right there, and it's hard to get him because he's like, ah. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Now, you know what? What if I go like... Alright, I'm gonna try this. See if it comes. Woo! Hit and run time. Yeah, I heard a second door. That's gotta be him. Better be. Thank God it was him. And I got him. Okay, 30 and 6. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking 30 and 6 right there. But, oh, wait, that's right. I haven't collected any ammo from these guys. Wait, have I? Yeah. Oh, shit. Good news. Nobody will regenerate from this area. Now, I got to get up in there. I got to open that up. That's another task I have. I got to open that up because there's silenced peepees in there. There are silenced peepees in there, and I... Whoa. Fuck! Who the hell was that guy? Oh, I know who that was. That was the guy who, oh, that was the other guy in the room. He must have heard me shoot from there. Oh, cool, then I can take him out. Oh, God, oh, damn it, one extra shot. 28, fuck, alright. If I don't get free ammo soon, I'm screwed. That was the guy who heard me shoot at the other guy. I didn't know he could hear only one shot. All right, that's fine. Hopefully he's not a regenerate. Yes, he's not. All right, good. Now I gotta get those silenced peepees. I gotta really get them now. All right. Good thing there'll be nobody in the hallway. Oh. That was close. He almost turned around and shot me. That guy almost turned around and had a good shot at me. So far I've been doing good as my safe spot. This is like a mini safe, a mini non-backup. Like my backup safe spot would be shooting through the cell door. But this is like my not farthest back safe spot, and I don't know if he actually came through the door or not. Fuck. Alright, you know what? That guy was quick. Fuck, I think he's on the other side. The good news is I can probably take him out from here, actually. I can probably take him out from here. Or not, I don't know. I'll have to if I see him around here. Ooh, back! I see back! You know what? I could have taken that other guy out from his back too. I just realized that. Fuck, so I wasted an opportunity. Actually, I think the problem was that the last guy startled me because I didn't know who the hell he was and where he came from, so I thought that maybe he was a regenerator from inside the room, in which case it probably wouldn't have been a good idea to take him out there anyways, because that guy can actually see through walls, kind of like the guy in the Frigate. So that's the thing, is that you don't want to have to take him out if you don't have to. Right there. I mean, you don't want to take him out right there at the location I was at. Come on, die already, dude. I got running time. 32 minutes, come on. Well, you know, it makes sense that most of this would be spent getting ammo, because ammo is scarce here, and you use them, you know. Fuck. I gotta make sure I take out that security camera. Alright, there's not gonna be anyone in the hallway, so I gotta make sure I take it out. Got it, alright. I gotta be able to see the camera through here. No, wait a minute. Yes, I can do it from a ducking position. Normally I wouldn't do this. Normally I would never do this. Oh, somebody else has got me in his back too. This guy's gonna give me his back. But that was a hard one. I was not nearly as confident as I needed to be there. I swung before I was in back of him. I swung before I was actually in back of him, which was a bad thing. Come on, die already, give me the ammo. Come on, die already, give me the free ammo. Come on. I don't want to look up at his head because then he could duck. I have a feeling this guy reacts faster. I don't know why. Maybe it was just because of that beginning part. But I don't want to take the chance that he does. That looks like a porn tape. Doesn't that look like a porn tape on the desk? It looks like, I don't know, I mean, I've never rented a VHS porn, but I mean, it looks like some kind of picture on the front of it that's kind of semi-blurred. Look at that thing in the background. It looks kind of semi-blurred. It looks, see? Look at the semi, oh, fuck. Alright, well, you got it, you got it. It looks like a porn tape. Alright. I don't know, do they have semi-blurred pictures on the front of the porn tape, or they just have the picture itself? I would think they'd be semi-blurred in case the wrong person comes near it and sees it. Alright, there's a guy across from there, and I gotta get the key from him. Once I get the key, I'll have silenced weapons. Now, I don't know if I can take anyone out from here safely. Maybe I should try, maybe I shouldn't. You know what? I know what to do. Watch this. I'm not even gonna hit him. Wait a minute. First I'm gonna check outside. Nobody. Yeah! That's how you do it. Oh, oh, that was great. I love that. Alright. Oh, good. I got more ammo now. Now that I have the safe key, you know what this means? Yep. That's right. Silenced peepees. Ah, this is going to be nice. Because now it's going to be, I mean, I can't take anybody out the normal way with them. Yes, thank you. But I can do the thing I did in the facility where I can back up. Let's see, how many action buttons? 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, 4 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Alright. See, I have all those claw bullets. That's what all the claw bullets are good for. Okay, so now that I did that, I gotta do, oh wait, check objectives. This is not the best place to check objectives, by the way. Disable all security. Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh, that's right. Discover. Compare staff casualty list. I got to get the casualty list. So I got to take out the guys in that other hallway. So I'm going to do what I probably shouldn't do. crap. I need a new safe spot, basically. Back. And I know that's a bad catchphrase. I know that's the worst catchphrase in the history of catchphrases. I see him giving me my back. I say back. I hope that doesn't catch on. I don't want to undercover filmer. His catchphrase, back. No, I just like. At least you could say, baby got back. Undercover film. And I don't. Oh, another strategic notes. To the left, I don't know who's there. I don't know who's there. There's possible that somebody could have seen that guy got hit with the silence peepees when I hit him. And 39 minutes, not bad. Because all I gotta do really. First of all, I gotta concentrate on what the hell I'm doing. Because he almost stepped to the side. Unpredictable motherfucker. Alright. There's a guy with the clobs, I know. At least one more guy with the clobs. Fuck! Anybody who's walking around that hallway will come through those doors. Oh, you know what? I have 2 silence peepees, that's right. So I could take him out now. 14, that doesn't give me much room for error. That doesn't give me much margin for error, so that would be bad. I'm gonna have to take this guy out. Whoa! You can see me! That's what? Oh, you better be... Oh, god damn it. I was gonna say, if those doors closed when he wasn't dead yet, I was gonna say, you gotta be shitting me. Because then I would have had to fire through the window. And that's gonna be tough. Somebody might have heard that and come through these doors. Nope, nobody heard that. Okay, so that, I believe, is the last guy in those hallways. But just in case, because there could be a guy with a gun still. You know what? I'm gonna go and do the next thing I know I had to do. There's a guy right there. I'm pretty sure he's going to come the way I left. So I don't have to worry about him going behind me. Did he even come at all? I don't think so. I think I hit the wall. What the? Oh, I have to hit his gun, I think. Fuck. Okay, so if someone else has eyes on him... Shit. Coming? It's a little too soon to check, but I'm gonna check just in case. Fuck! I hope I don't have to hit him. Nope, don't have to hit him. And I edged out that time, simply because I was impatient. So I have enough ammo to get me through the level now. That much I know. And I better hurry, because it's 43 minutes already. And damn it, why isn't he coming? Come on! Oh shit, he's on the other side of the fucking... I don't think those guys standing behind that wall right there regenerate. I don't think they do. I'm pretty sure they don't. Okay, so next thing I need to do is get that security camera. But, alright, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that no one's standing there in the hallways. Because I can easily take out that camera with these, but I gotta make sure that, first of all, I don't know if everyone walking around that third hallway is taken out. It might not be. Great, I can use better safe spot. And these guns. 1, 2, 3. God, thank God I took him out with these guns. That saves me some Soviet ammo. Thank God. That was a break. Alright, so now that I know there's no one left in the hallway, I can go and take out that security camera, unless there's someone walking around still. Which I don't think there is. No, no one's walking around. Alright, I got everybody in the hallways now. So now it's a matter of getting in there and getting that security camera. Now I've got control of the third hallway. Now what I've got to do is I've got to get in here and draw that guy with the casualty list out. Now I think he's going to be the only guy to come. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the only guy to come because I shot near him. I didn't shoot at him. I didn't hit him. There's other guys, there's lots of other guys standing around. If I hit him, oh my God, it's over if I hit him. So, you know, that's the thing. Oh fuck, why'd I do that? Oh, wait a minute. That's why I did that. I'm a genius. Fucking... have 14. Wow, misfire on the gun is that's my big moment. God, so anticlimactic. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. That was probably the most Alright, well, it's not over yet. It's not over yet, so... But hopefully it will be over. Hopefully that will be the last thing I have to deal with. I can't believe I wasted 3... Well, it's better that actually... It's actually better that I did that than I go and find them and see that they both see me. So now, even though there's a whole shitloads of ammo in there, there's shitloads of enemies as well. So I have no reason to go through there. I mean, now I just need to take out these last 2 guys. And I believe I have enough bullets to do it with. There's 2 guys standing here. Oh shit, and I just realized that by hitting them, I'm gonna draw both of them. Fuck. Fuck, that's bad. That's bad. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake big time. That's fine. I've got my furthest back safe spot to work with. 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually I've got a lot of this. Okay, that's fine. I've got a lot of ammo. A lot more than I thought. More than enough to get 2 guys. I just don't know. Hopefully I won't have to use them both. Well, this is going to be good for running time if I can take them both out. Where are you? Oh, back! Where's the other guy? And this is the good thing. This is actually the one good thing about drawing 2 people towards you when you don't need to, is because if you draw them for long enough, like okay, first of all, 1 guy got hit, the other guy just saw the guy get hit. So right there, that's differentiation right there. They're not going to react exactly the same way because of that. Second of all, the other reason why it's actually good to draw people like that towards you from different ways, if you have a long way to run away from them is because if there's a chance that they can both stop at different spots, is what happened here. And in this case, the guy who stopped farthest towards me, or closest to me, farthest. Okay, I'm so falling apart here. The guy who stopped closest towards me had his back turned. I don't know whether this other guy's going to be the same way, so I got to be prepared in case he isn't. Actually, I know how many clicks it takes. Shit, he could be down there. Oh, fuck, he's right there. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I think he has his back to me, though. I'm good with running time. I'm good with running time. No danger there. I have 10 minutes from the limit of the tape. Okay, now, actually, I'm going to go all the way back. Actually, let's see, check objective time. Disable security cameras. I know where the last one is. Okay, I've got this in the bag now, definitely. So now, Oh, surprises. I gotta be ready for surprises. All I gotta do now is get Natalia free. She's gonna check the thing, and I'm gonna escape with her. I don't even need to wait for her to check it. All I need to do is free her. And, let's see. I don't even need to take those guys out behind the wall right there like I thought I might have to. Should I take them out with silencers, or... I'm gonna use my Soviet. Oh my god. You're kidding me. How the fuck did he see me? No, don't go in there. Fuck. These guys won't give up. They won't quit. Alright. Now I've got Natalia to deal with. That's a problem. Now that I've freed her... God damn it. I can't believe that guy saw me. I was behind glass. I guess they don't react to glass. They must react to staircase. I mean, they... God, I thought being behind glass would prevent them from seeing me. But no. Fuck. Alright. That guy did not have to see me. Oh, Natalia, get away. Alright, she's gonna be in the cell with me. That's fine. That's fine. So now I just have to find this guy and take him out. As long as she didn't start operating the controls, then I would have been in deep shit. I got enough ammo to go all out on this guy, actually. Alright, now, let's get back to where we were. Fuck. I can't shoot near this guy either. Got it. And that's done. Now I'm gonna wait for Natalia just to make sure that she doesn't fuck up. Yeah. Good, go check the control console. Okay, this is tough. Can't believe I'm getting this on the first take. Escape with Natalia. Okay, now it doesn't matter if she checks the control console. I can escape right now and say, screw this. So you know what? Screw this. Yes, we've got to escape. And you know what? No, I'm not going to go back to shoot anybody. Hell no, we're out of here. That's it. Done. First take. Yeah, baby, yeah. Woo! Oh, God. Oh, damn. Oh, all right. Oh, compare the kid list, recover tape. Oh, everything's done. Woo! I can't believe I got done the first take. That was amazing. There were so many places with the slappers I could have been dead. In fact, technically, I'm going to take this headset off. Technically, I should have. You know what? Screw this. I'm partying. Let's turn the damn TV volume on. See how it comes out. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay, so we got it completed. We got a time 52:52. We got accuracy 83. That's pretty good. Headshots and body shots. You know, there weren't too many shots period in this. I mean, shots total 218. That's actually not that much. Kill total. I mean, the headshots and body shots were about even. And limb shots. Those were accidental ones. Others, I don't know what the hell that is. It probably hat and stuff. Yeah, so, damn. This is not a typical speed run either, or a typical stunt either, because when you think about it, when you think about it, I relied on slappers way more than I had to, and you know that because when I got done with the level, I had way more ammo than I actually needed to complete the level with. I mean, that was absurd. I could have gone through this faster, I really could have. But you know what, the running time's going down, so I'm not going to spend much more time blabbering. I'm just going to say that, oh, and you know what? Let's go, and just for the proof shot, there were no cheats on, and let's see, select mission. You know what, it's going to be the same if I go. The archives is the next one that I'm probably going to do, because now that I know how to get out of the interrogation room, I can do it. And this is actually my favorite levels in the game are in order: the archives, the facility, the frigate, and actually the bunker. This is the bunker level. Oh no, and the silo. I like the silo, and then the bunker. Those are my favorite levels in the game in order. And the archives is just really fast-paced. And yeah, I was on 007, and this is the next room. This is the next level that you can realistically do. And the reason why you can do it is because before I thought that the interrogation room was impossible to escape, but sometimes the guy does not shoot at you immediately when you get to get behind him. I'm just going to start it up so you can see what you have to do. I'm going to just start it up real quick so you can see what you have to do here. And basically what this involves, what the archives involves, is it involves going around here, making sure you don't touch those guns. You have to get behind here, and you have to start hitting this guy. You have to start slapping this guy, and he's going to turn and get square to you, and he'll be square to this guy. Sometimes he won't, and that guy will shoot at you, and sometimes that guy will come over and run to the side, and he'll be able to get slapped with you. Other times he will do all these weird crap around there and roll around until he shoots you. 90% of the time that happens, but 10% of the time I'd say he does come over here and you can slap them both. So that's how I do the archive level, and that will be next. And I'm going to leave you with that. Undercover Filmer, out. Are y'all ready for the archives? I said, are y'all ready for the archives? Alright, then let's get this stunt going now. Hello everybody, this is Undercover Filmer coming to you live yet again from inside the voiceover booth. Now I know that the Bunker 2 was supposed to be a great stunt because that was the first time I'd done live voiceover during a stunt, and I got on the first try, but no, the Bunker was a clunker compared to the level that I'm about to do, and you're going to see why in a minute here. This level, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Basically the stunt involves, without any cheats on, going to 007, putting the stats up to max, and trying to complete a level. Now the level that we're doing is Archives, and it's my favorite level of the game because it's so fast paced, you can have a lot of fun with it, and it's just all around fun, even on the normal mode. So yeah, 007 max stats, and here are our objectives for this stunt. Now let me explain really quickly. Objective A is the main one. Well, actually it's not the main one, but if Objective A doesn't get completed immediately, then this stunt doesn't even get started, because it involves a lot of luck to get out of the interrogation room. The guys have to run to exactly where you need them to be be able to hit them. And then after that one, that's where the real stunt begins, because then we go to find Natalia, and that's where we'll encounter all the enemies in this level. And if we do a good enough job to take them out, then basically the rest of it's just going to involve backtracking to the helicopter black box room, and then very nearby that is a window that we can use to escape with Natalia. So that's what this stunt is going to look like. Basically, it's just, most of it is going to be between A and B, and then just backtracking through the rest of it. Alright, so this is actually the 13th or 14th take. I think I lost count by now. I've officially lost count by now on how many takes it's taken so far, or actually how many runs it's taken so far. There's a couple that have been very heartbreaking, and then there's most of them have been because the interrogation room is so hard to get out of. So let's see if we can get some luck going here now. I'm going to slap this guy, and hopefully he gets squared around. There we go. There we go. That's what we need. We need that guy to run over here and get slapped along with this guy. And now, what we need is we need them for both to get slapped and not to get a shot off. Because last time, one of the times, he actually got a shot off and hit me. Which, as I said in previous voiceovers, is completely random. And, you know, I mean, obviously it helps to be close to him. And this guy on the left is kind of edging away from me. This guy on the left is kind of going away from me, which is pissing me off. Now he's closer to me, and this guy on the right's doing it now. I mean, see, that's the thing. Oh boy, now I have to hit him down. Alright, that guy walking around the hallway just came in. He saw nothing and he turned around and left. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Now they're pissing me off. So the guy in the hallway is not going to see this because we're close enough to the edge of the room to be out of his sight. And that guy is dead. Alright, good. Now I can concentrate on this guy. That's a relief. Hopefully he doesn't get a shot off. Then after this, we're going to have to take out the guy in the hallway again. Okay, now he's going to come in again. Now basically, okay, good. We got that. Now we have a chance at this stunt. Now we got to make sure that guy comes in. And we got to wait for him to turn around and go the other way. Because as soon as we get, even if his back is to us, once we pop out, he will see us. So I got to make sure I go around into the slapper immediately. So that's the tough part. That is the tough part. All right, let's get ready for it. It's a death-defying maneuver that we're about to attempt. And now that I got him, that was as good as you can possibly get. Now that I got him, I have to make sure he doesn't go out into that hallway. So if he goes out into that hallway, he can actually be seen by the guy down the hallway. But he has to go pretty far out for that. I don't think he will. And another thing that's worth mentioning is... Oh! Fucker. This guy pulls out a grenade almost all the time. But most of the time you won't be able to use it. In fact, I haven't come across one run yet where I've been able to use it. Because as soon as he pulls it out, pretty much immediately after he pulls it out, the pin gets pulled. So it's a live grenade. Oh, there it is. There it is. The live grenade. It's a live grenade. So I gotta defeat him. If I defeat him, I have a chance of picking it up myself. But if he goes to throw it, then that means that, because sometimes he motions his arm back to throw it. I don't think he's done that yet. I don't see his arm going back to throw it. Yeah, oh, now he's got it. Now he's got it. It's his grenade now. Yeah, his arm went back. I was looking for his arm to go back in a pre-overhand motion, which is a sign that he's going to throw it. Now I got to get out of the way. Okay, good. It killed somebody. All right. It did kill somebody in the hallway. It might have been the hallway or the next room. I won't know for sure until I go out there. So, and it also gave me a bunch of ammo. That's a relief. That's a big relief. Alright, now, time to see how many guys it took out for me. Or if it took out any at all. I got a pop out here. Oh, that guy it didn't take out. It took out the guy in the next room. But that's okay because this guy I can take it. This guy will kill himself. Watch. Yep, I heard him. Just in case, close the door. Alright, now, that saves me some time. That's good. Saves me some running time. So now, pick up that gun, and I'm going to check just in case. Yes, it did. It killed that guy as well. Good. Now I have the ammo. Now it's time to take out the guy with the claws. Now there's a guy... See, that's the hard part about this level. The hardest part by far is that... Okay, here we go. And guess what time it is? It's Walker, Texas Ranger time! Yep, got him! And by the way, every time I use the Walker Texas Ranger method, I'm going to play the Walker theme song just to let you know because I love that show, I love the song, and I'm going to have to use that method a lot in this level. So yeah, we're doing Walker time. It's Walker time right now. Whenever I have to sneak up behind on people. This guy's hard too. This guy's real hard. I mean, he likes to react. He does react faster than the other guys because, you know, he's a clob guy, so he reacts way faster than the other guys. So if you're not careful, he will get a shot off at you. All right, so now, the next guy we're going to take out is going to be behind those boxes. There's guys on the ends of the hallways that we need to take. And you know what? I'm not going to take a chance at popping out at him with the slappers because I've done that several times and I know it's had bad results. So I'm going to stay behind here. And he actually might have seen me at the end of that. The tail end of that I had to tuck behind the door really quick. He actually might have seen me cross over. So, you know, this is actually somewhat a bad method. But, you know what? All right. Oh shit. Oh, I beat him with the slapper. Just barely. He turned his gun around hella fast there. He turned his gun at me hella fast, but I just got my slapper in right ahead of his gun. There's no telling whether I would have gotten killed there. I mean, I probably, if I had to bet money on it, I'd probably get killed. I probably would have gotten killed there, but you know what? I got the slapper in just in time. That was tough. That was a tactical method right there of trying to make sure I stay out of his gun range. And I had no choice because he saw me there. He saw me there. He got a couple of glimpses at me. Now I got to make sure he doesn't step out of the way, because if he steps out of the way, he could get a shot off if he turns around. See, I got to make sure I'm always edging in towards him. Always edging in towards him. See, that's the thing is, even when I'm taking guys out with slappers now, this is going to be interesting because, because I got to pay attention and stop blabbering. Because it's not routine at all. I mean, you cannot count on back. You cannot count on back on this level. I mean, it'd be nice if you could count on it, but you know, you can't count on it. Now, hopefully that guy kills himself. No, he didn't. No, he did not. Absolutely didn't. All right, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna do it the reliable method, or not. Ha! More like the unreliable method I meant to say. I meant to say unreliable method, but in the heat of battle, you say opposites. You know, kind of like when you say, I can't believe they saw me. I was behind glass. Well, that's kind of like the opposite. I can believe they saw me, but I can't believe they didn't see me behind staircase. Yeah, be on the lookout for that. Sometimes I'll say the exact opposite of what I mean when I have to run from somebody really quickly or I'm surprised. So yeah, just a heads up right there. So now that I got control of the situation, and that was risky, you know, I don't regret doing that. I don't regret doing that because, you know, it's also very risky when you're at the long end of a long hallway. When you're at the dark end of a long hallway and you have to go towards a guy, you never know if he's going to be hiding in those corners, those dark corners. So that's actually what I did last time, what I might have had to do last time if he actually stayed there where I ended up hitting him right now. So yeah, you know, I lucked out. I really did luck out. That's the thing. I lucked out right there, but that's actually a very unreliable method. Now the next thing I'm going to do is... Should I do this guy? Should I take him out? Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect snake. That was the snake method where you zigzag in there. That was a perfect snake method. That was awesome. I mean, damn. Good Lord. See, I had to time his shot. I had to time his shot cycle. That's the ideal way to do it too. Because normally, you know, you don't know how they're going to shoot at you. They could shoot at you from standing position, or they could duck down and shoot at you. That time he ducked down. You want them to duck down because then you'll have enough time while they're getting up to go in at them. You know, that's the thing. And then you know you're going up. They're going up, so you don't have to press C up or C down. You just have to get them level, maybe a little bit of C up. But yeah, that's ideally how you want to do it. You want to let them duck down, take shots, and then you have the time while they're standing up to take them out. That's the ideal way to do it. And man, this guy, I mean, and it's a good thing I didn't over-anticipate him too, because I could have over-anticipated him. I could have edged out before he was done shooting, and I would have been dead all the same. So that's the thing. Okay, now I have control of everything up here except for, did this guy take, oh no, he didn't take out the boxes. Fuck, all right, that's fine. I'll take him out myself. Now I have control of everything except for the regenerator room. And I call it that because the clones in that room, or not the clones, there's guys in that room who will send out clones of themselves, regenerators, if you make too much noise. So by taking out the regenerator room, you gain control effectively of the upper level. Hopefully no one heard that. Otherwise, I'm going to have some tough shit to deal with. Nobody heard that. Alright. Now here's how you do the regenerator room. Fuck! Get out of the way, you fucker! Fuck! If they see their guys getting hit, they react more strongly than if you just shoot. Fuck! Thank God. Alright, there's one more guy in the room. Unless he saw and got hit with those guys. No, he's over there. I'm going to try to take him out with my gun. And the reason why I'm going to do that is so I can save that box for guys coming in the room after this. Because they will come if I make too much noise. So I got to make sure that he doesn't see me. Oh, fuck, he saw me. Shit. Well, the last time I had regenerators come in here after taking out these guys, it was a bad idea because, whatchamacallit, there was more than I expected. Oh! I gotta go for headshots. See, I could be drawing people with this. Fuck! I could be drawing people in here and not know it yet. I don't want to give him too much room because then he'll shoot me. Fuck! Oh, fuck! Fuck you! Ah! This is annoying. Hopefully... Oh, I got him. Okay, I had to rapid fire that one. Alright, now, I gotta listen closely for that door opening. Alright, it's time to make some noise. Alright, now that's probably not the only guy that's going to come. I don't know if it was the Clob guy or if it was a guard guy. Somebody is going to come from that. I know one guy is going to come at least. I know that the Clob guy often comes from that, from hearing that. I don't think they open up that door. I'm pretty sure it's only in here that they... I'm going to have to wait for that door to shut. That way I know, because if that door doesn't... Okay, that door shut. Uh-oh, someone else came in. Someone else came... See, that's why you don't want to jump out. Ooh, there's a guy right there. And if he gives me his back, I can sneak up the other way. Oh, I got his back from here. He turned around. He took a step around. All right, yes, 45-degree angle. Okay, this would be a good time for a timeout. Ah, man. I gotta wait for that door to shut. All right, good. Hopefully no one else comes. Hopefully no one's already there. Whew. All right. He gave me his back. I was lucky. Oh, you know, if he didn't wait, grenade? Yes, grenade. Oh fuck. You know what? I think he pulled the pin though. I think he pulled the pin because he tried to. See, I didn't even know he had a grenade until his arm went back. Fuck. See, that's the problem with these guys. They don't give you the grenades. I mean, they pull the pin, but they don't go through the motion of pulling the pin. That's the thing. I mean, you would think that they'd have to at least go through the motion of pulling the pin, and if they do that, I should hit them. You know, that's the thing. They don't always do that. On one of my previous runs, I actually got a grenade from him because he pulled it out at the last second before he had a chance to pull the pin without showing that he did it. So I was lucky. Oh, fuck, there's a... And is that going to do anything constructive at all? Does that do anything? Anything? No. Wasted grenade. Wasted son of a... Alright, you know what? That's fine. Alright, let's check the damage, see if anyone else came. Now I can't do like I did last time where I draw everybody out and get them with the grenade. Which didn't work as well as I thought anyways. But yeah, now I have to take them out one by one, and I have no choice either. You know, I have to take them out one by one. So I've got control of the upper level, but I still have regenerators in the parking lot who will hear me if I make too much noise. See, that's the thing. So I'm not out of the woods by any means, you know. My next objective. Okay, I gotta see if I can see anybody from down here. It's a dark hallway, so it's a risk. Could be someone coming up the hallway, but I doubt it. See, I'm gonna have to try to take someone out without shooting them from here, because that's how I drew him last time. I shot somebody. That guy. Now he's probably gonna come up here and try to get in that way. Because see, that's the thing is, that's how they do it. He's gonna go around the other side actually. He's gonna go around the, oh, you know what? I could have taken out a box. All right. See, now he's going to try to get in there, but he can't open it. He can't open it until I leave or turn my back, which is why I don't want to turn my back. Okay, I'm going to... He might actually give me a break. He might actually give me a break. Because one time there was a guy who... there's actually a straggler who did not get exploded by my grenade, and he actually ended up inside the thing. So, you know, that's the thing. If this guy ends up inside it, I can see if he gives me his back, and if he does, I can sneak up on him. And I heard the thing close. It closed just now. Now I get to check and see. Okay, I got his back now. I got his back right now, but he might turn around. So you know what? It's walker time! Oh man, alright, so now, okay, this should be easy because he's up against the wall, so he can only move left. So this would probably be a good time to mention that no, it's not a good time to mention anything because he just stepped to the side. But you know what? Screw it. This would probably be a good time to mention that I've added a film light inside the voiceover booth. Actually, not a film light, a hardware light with a full CTV on it to balance with the TV. I've added a light inside the voiceover booth so you can now see everything. Although it's probably not going to be too exciting at this point because right now I'm just kind of, you know, slapping him. And if I reach for my drink, as I found out the hard way on one of the runs, then I will probably let him step to the side and kill me. Actually, he didn't kill me, but he gave me quite a scare. But yeah, so now you know, you can definitely tell. And good, I killed him. And also I scrapped the backup camera. I'm now recording on a VHS tape. And I have the VCR out button going to my headset, to one of the sides of my my left side of my headset, so I can't control the volume. I don't know if you can hear from my headset, but yeah, I can't control the volume now. Let's see. Damn it. I can't see down that hallway. At least I know I have this area now. See, that's the thing. There's lots of guys running around the hallways now. And you know what? I wonder if I can use this as my safe spot if I were to take out this guy. You know what? I might as well. Ah! Gotcha! I slapped his gun away. That was nice. He almost killed me too. He turned around. He turned around as fast as he possibly could and shot at me. But you know what? It's a good thing I did the pop-out method, because if I would have done the edge-out method there, I would have been dead. No doubt about it. That was 100% pop-out. That was awesome. Now give me a grenade, you fucker. I don't even know if he has a grenade, but if he does, I need it. I need a fucking grenade. Give me a grenade. Ah, checking his hand. He doesn't have anything. Oh. See, this will give me some sort of peace of mind, even if I don't need to take this guy out, because this guy might not need to be taken out. This could be one of those guys who can hear the clobs being shot from in the middle of this room and will still not come. So I might not need to take out this guy, but just in case, it gives me a little bit of peace of mind. And it gives me 10 more ammo, so you know, that's a good thing. Well, no grenade immediately. Let's see if one explodes. Nope. Alright, well, now there's a lot of guys walking around the hallways too, so that pisses me off, because you know, that's where I got killed on one of these heartbreakers. At least now though, I have that area to use as a refuge there if I need to run away from someone real quick, because I don't want to run through that door. That's a bad thing. But you know what? Just to have the option open, let's do it, because I know it's reliable. Oh fuck! Alright, I'm going to make him come to me now. Where's he at? He's right there. Is he going to give me his back? I know he stopped. He stopped. He's not trying to get him here. I know that. So right now, oh, I have his back from the other side, but I don't have enough time to run around. I don't have enough time to run around and use it. Okay, that door just shut, so we're closed off. Oh, man. He's got to step around. If he steps around, then I know he's at his final stopping point. Okay, he's doing all these he's doing all these graphics now. I need to see if he steps around. I don't think he will. Alright, so I'm going to go up and try to get his back. I'm going to try to get him. That's actually the guy who killed me last time on one of my good runs. Fuck. If he sees me as I try to sneak up on him, I'll have to go all out on him, and that'll draw people for sure. For sure. Guess what time it is? It's Walker, Texas Ranger time!
In the eyes of a ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better know the truth of wrong from right. 'Cause the eyes of the ranger are upon.
There's also guys walking around with claws. And those guys are annoying too, because even though I can take one clob hit, I don't want to. And it's likely to surprise me to the point where I won't be able to react enough to avoid a second clob hit. Like someone might hit me with a clob once, but I have to avoid the second clob. That's the thing. If I don't avoid it the second time, then it's basically as bad as being seen by one of these guys walking around the hallways. And I know there's at least one guy with a clob walking around. And damn, fucker didn't give me a grenade. Damn. Alright, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Oh, that's 5. Okay, so it's 5. Okay, 5. 5. Come on. No surprises. I I think I can shoot at that guy from here. There's a guy standing over there who I need to take out because I won't be able to get to the window unless I take him out. I think I shot it. Oh yes, I got him. I got his attention. Good. Good. Now he seems to be trying to get inside here. Is he going to stop? Is he stopping? No, he's not stopping. He knows where I am. What the fuck? That was an open. That was a door. Oh, he opened that door. Okay. So he's opening doors that he doesn't want to go in. I thought that was another guy coming. Oh, fuck. He knows where I am. That fucker knows where I am. Okay, you know what? Hopefully he doesn't open the door when I turn around. Because they can do that. Alright, hopefully I don't have to go all out on him from here, because the regenerating enemies will come if I have to go all out on somebody in this area. I have control of the upper level, but I don't have full control of the upper level. You know, that's the thing, is there's control, and then there's full control. And right now I don't have full control of the upper level. I won't have it until I take out the regenerators. He's in there. He's in there. Yep, he's in there all right. All right. Unless he's going to come up from behind. Oh, fuck. I don't think I have his back. I don't think I have his back. No, I don't have his back. Which means I'm going to have to do something. You know what? I don't have to take him out. Wait a minute. I don't have him from this side. Maybe I can sneak up on him from the other side. Maybe I can do it if I edge along the wall and I'm good enough. I want his back. I do not want to have to take him out with the gun. Oh, he's going to turn around and shoot me though if I don't have his back. You know what? I might have to go all out on him. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, holy crap! It's Walker time! Oh my god!
In the eyes of a ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better know the truth of wrong from
Jeez,
right.
dude. This is pissing. Alright. Well, the good thing is, once I get to the room with Natalia, I don't actually have to show up in plain sight of the guards in her room. That's the good thing. I know I'm giving it away, but you know what? I don't actually have to be seen by the guards once I get to that area. That's a good thing. That's a real good thing. But the bad news is that there's a guard standing around outside the hallway, so he might see me instead. Alright, so now I've got to take out these regenerators. Unless I'm covert enough not to have to. Alright, so you know what? Alright. I should go through the hallways and make sure. Oh, you know what? I know there's a guy walking up here. One of the claw guys does walk up there. And he comes down the staircase occasionally. And I can't just pretend he's not there and be surprised later on. I have to know. If he's up there, I have to spot him and I have to shoot at him so I can get him away from the place where I don't want to shoot him at. He makes his rounds. I know. Oh, you know what? That could be the club guy I took out though. Fuck. I won't know that either. Damn it. Alright, you know what? Oh boy. Somebody opened the door. Who was it? Yeah, there's a guy in here somewhere. I know it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take him out. If I have to retreat, I will. Because I don't want to have to deal with them on the backtrack. Actually, there could be a rifle guy as well. You know what? I'm taking out this objective right now. That way, if someone comes in here, because if Mishkin leaves, I have this room to work with. If a door opens, I'm going around the right side. That way I have this room to work with. Good, go, 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 go. All right, so he's gone. I don't have to worry about him anymore. Maybe I could take out the regenerating enemies right here, right now. Okay, so now I actually took out my objective down there. I don't even have to go down there with Natalia now. I just got to get her out. Now I just got to get her out. No backtracking whatsoever. Fuck. There's a guy right behind there who I don't even want to see. I don't want to see him. I don't want to have anything to do with him. You know what? Whoa, somebody saw me. Somebody saw me and got a good shot off at me. I don't know where that shot came from. I could have been seeing red immediately. Someone saw me. It had to be one of those guys walking around. It had to be. It was definitely a gun guy. It wasn't a claw guy. It was a gun guy. So he's probably after me now. Oh, man, this is tough. Alright. I don't know if he can open that. I don't think so. He's probably not there. Okay, he probably didn't go as far as I thought he did. back. It's Walker time! Yeah, that's how you take him out. Oh man, thank God. I don't know where he saw me from, but he had to be walking around. He has to be one of those that are walking. Please give me a grenade. Please give me a grenade. Please give me a grenade. I don't know if this guy has them. I'm not going to duck down to see if he has one in his hand, because at this point I just want to, you know, I'm over halfway done with the stunt. Believe it or not, this stunt is over halfway done, probably 3/4 of the way done. Because all I got to do now is get Natalia out of that interrogation room and leave. You know, I already took care of the black box. I already took care of that black box simply because I wanted to see who was around that lower level. So it's like, you know, that's already taken care of. No backtracking, no surprises. I just got to get this guy dead and leave. Or actually, I got to just get in there. I got to get in there because I know there's at least one more guy. There's at least one more guy over there that's behind that door. And I don't know. I don't think that was him because he's stationary. He's stationary. He ain't going nowhere. So I got to. It's one of those things. Okay, I don't want to get the attention of those other guys who I drew. I got to be extremely. If there's still a Clob guy around here, I could be in trouble if I try to take out this guy. Let's see, I know he's right here. Wait. Oh my God. He's not. I have it free. All right. Clob guy. Fuck. I don't want to take him out with this. I do not want to take him out with this. Because right here, if I take him out with this, I'll get the interrogation guys. Or the guys who are in the, no, not the interrogation guys. I'll have, well, they could come too, but the regenerator guys. Oh man, I got to get out of this level. I mean, I got to get out. Oh yes, good, the door's shut. I was hoping the door's shut in front of him. Because if the door's shut in front of him, then he can't see me now. Otherwise, I would have had no choice but to let him see me. And that's great. Now, that's got to be the last guy with the Clob who's walking around here. Oh man, this is tough. All right. It's got to happen with this run. It's got to be now or never with this run. All right, there's probably not going to be any more guys walking around. I would bet on it. It better be true too, because I'm not going to know. I'm going for this guy's back. And of course, by now, you all know what time it is. That's right, it's Walker time!
In the eyes of a ranger, the unsuspecting stranger.
Oh man.
I know the truth of wrong from right.
I would love to be celebrating right now because I know that I've queued up the Walker theme, but this is just, oh my God. Okay, I'm getting distracted here. That guy just got off a shot. I can take one shot, but I can't take two. And see, the thing is, if he gets one shot off at me, he's probably going to back me away from him, which means that I'll probably take a second shot. So it really is now or never. The only chance I have, if he gets a shot off at me and backs me away, is to go completely a semicircle around him. Like, do a semicircle around him so that the rest of his shots don't hit, like, because he's not facing me. Because when you got 100% accuracy, you know, it means that basically any shot in the open that they will take when you're square to them will hit. Oh, fuck. A door opened. Maybe they can hear their guys being killed. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I mean, that's really weird. I mean, it seems like, you know, it seems like I've been hearing doors open like when they're not supposed to be. Because I've been taking these guys out with my slappers, not the guns. So why am I still hearing these doors getting opened? I mean, it has to be at the lower level. Hopefully it's guys walking around at the lower level. Because if that's the case, then it's no big deal. Because I'm not going to go down there. I'm not. I'm not going down to the lower level. So I don't care if if it's only guys who stay on the lower level. That's the thing. This has got me nervous. I'm looking around. Hopefully I don't press the gun when I don't intend to. That's the other worst thing that can happen. Accidental shot. Who was that? What door opened? Who was that? What door opened? Where are they coming to? I'm paranoid. Son of a... I keep thinking it's one of these 3 doors. It's probably not. I just don't see that. It's not that door. It's not those 3. Maybe I should stick around here to see if any of these 3 doors ever open. Because if they do, I can always escape here. You know, that's the thing. As long as I have a good jump on them, I can escape. I don't want to ever shoot here because then the guys will hear me. Those guys in the interrogation room will hear me. But if I get a good enough jump on them, I see them ahead of time, I can escape. Alright, you know what? I think it's a lower level. 1, 2, 3, they're all shut. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lower level. I've got this cleared out. I'm pretty sure that this is all clear for me. So now what I've got to do, I've got to first open this door up, and hopefully no one will follow. I gotta immediately go out. See Natalia and leave. Yes. And those guys didn't even touch me. Those guys didn't even touch me. Now, or they didn't see me, so they can't touch me. So now, I think it's done. I think it's in the bag, but I don't want to speak too soon. Let's see what we got here. Escape interrogation room, find Natalia, recover black box, escape with Yes! Yes! It's done! I can't... It's done faster than I thought. Okay, wait a minute. Natalia. It's walker time! Jump out the window! Yeah, baby! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about! Hell yeah! Oh, the archives, done. Favorite level. Yeah, baby! Oh, that is great! Turn on the TV. Yeah, baby! Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Woo! All right. That was easier than so that was unexpected. That was totally unexpected. I mean, I actually completed the objectives in a different order. I actually went from interrogation room, recover black box, Natalia, then escape. I mean, and I didn't have to do that. The reason why I did that was because going to the room where you had to recover the black box, it was kind of like, it wasn't along the way towards Natalia physically, it was along the way towards making sure that the coast was clear to make sure that I could check Natalia. And I got rid of the regenerating enemies while I was doing it, because all I had to do was take one shot. You know, I exploded the boxes just in case they were, you know, I had to anticipate if they were going to come in at the right time. I don't know if I killed them or didn't, but either way I got their attention, and I got them somewhere where there won't be a problem. So yeah, that was great. I probably could get this on one part if I hurry. Oh, 41:14. Damn. Okay, so I'm going to split this in 2 parts anyways. That's fine. That's fine. Because I can't check the running time on the tape now, because I had the exposure on instead of the tape time. Accuracy 42.7. Wow, that is low. That is low. I think the reason why is because I spent so much time shooting beside enemies, like when I was in the room shooting boxes. You know, like I wasn't even trying to shoot the enemies. I was trying to shoot the boxes. You know, so these were all strategic, non-accurate shots. And the KF Soviet, yeah, obviously you want that rapid fire weapon in case you end up with surprises. You know what? There were very few kills. Well, there were good kills. That's about it right with the kills. But there were very few shots. I mean, those shots, that's not very many. I didn't rely on the gun. You had to be covert with this one. I mean, first of all, you don't have a silenced PP, so you don't have the benefit of a silencer weapon. So you got to use your slappers. It actually benefits you to use your slappers unless you have a grenade where you can draw enemies with you and take them all out at the same time. It actually benefits you to use your slappers here, as long as you know how to use them and you know what you're doing. So head hits, yeah, I got 9 head hits. A lot of those were on the guys, the regenerator originals in the interrogation room. Body hits, yeah, there were very few hits in this. That's wow. That's very few hits at all. So yeah, I mean, damn. Well, that's a wrap, people. I mean, I think I'm all stunted out. I think after doing, we'll see, the facility one was recorded a long time ago. After doing the Frigate one, which was the first time in years I had done this stunt, and after doing the bunker one, which I made it look routine, you know, I made it look easy, you know, that was basically me doing my best Mariano Rivera old style impression, you know, making it all look easy. So that's why that wasn't too exciting in my opinion. But the archives, I mean, goddamn. You know, I kind of feel a little bad about this one. And the reason why I feel a little bad is because I actually had some previous takes that didn't work out that were actually much more exciting than the take that I just did. You know, I had one take where I had to, and I know I'm vlogging right now, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm talking about this one. I had this one take where, and I probably cut away from it now. Oh, you know what? Just for the proof, just to get this out of the way, the proof shots. That way I don't have to, I can go directly to the voiceover camera. There were no cheats on. Watch, I should find there's accidentally a cheat on. That would be hilarious if I found, no, there's a cheat! You gotta be kidding me. Okay, yeah. So, okay, now I can cut away from the game. Okay, so yeah, basically what I was saying was there was this one take that almost worked out where I got control of the first area, but and I did it in an unconventional way where I shot off my claws and I actually went all out on a person. You know, in that alleyway, that secret alleyway that I kept going to, where I edged up on that guy little by little. I actually went all out on a guy in that secret hallway. Instead of edging up on him, I went all out and I attracted a whole swarm of enemies. And luckily I had a grenade, so I just threw it there and took them all out behind a wall. But the problem was that there was still one straggler after that was done, after they got taken out, who didn't get taken out by the grenade himself. So what ended up happening was I couldn't go all out on him because then I just attract more regenerators. So basically what I did was I had to go around and take him out by his back, but then I actually went in towards on the way to Natalia on that upper level, and I actually, whatchamacallit, got taken out by a gun guy who was walking around in that hallway in that stack area. You know, that's the thing. There was a gun guy in the stack area who surprised me, and I was on. I couldn't edge. I did the edge out strategy instead of the pop out. Actually, I got surprised. I couldn't go back no matter what I did. So yeah, that was exciting. I really wish I would have gotten that one. That would have been great. But you know what? It's something. I still think, my personal opinion, I like the Frigate. My personal opinion is that, you know, I didn't like the voiceover I did for the Frigate because I think I was too motor mouth, kind of like what I'm doing now, except the whole time. But I like the Frigate the best. That's my personal favorite. But you know what? I'm so glad that people like the bunker because, as I said before, the bunker was my clunker. So, but anyways, now to more different issues. Now that I'm all stunted out, I'm not doing another. I don't want to do another stunt. But if I don't know, I have mixed feelings on it. But if I were to do another stunt, I found out that there's two more levels that are actually theoretically possible, and those levels are the Dam and Bunker 1. Now, I don't know about Bunker 1. I just have a theory on how to do it. Because, remember, in every single level, there's a game block. A part that is automatic, you fail. Automatic fail. There's a game block in every single level. And the one on the bunker is at the end when the security guys come after you. But I think I have a method to get past it. And you know what? If I can do it, if I can manage to do it, if I get bored and manage to do it, I might do it and do a non-live voiceover. You know, I might go back to traditional voiceover for that one if I can manage to do it easily. But if not, you know, I'm done. And the reason why I'm not even going to attempt. I will not even attempt to do this level. I mean, and you know what? It's one of those levels where it's a sniper's nightmare. It is a sniper's nightmare. And I'm not even going to explain what that means. You go ahead, you try it, you put all the stats up to max. I don't care who you are, whether you're a world record holder or what on this game. This is a sniper's nightmare. It is the hardest level. It is harder than all of these challenges, all of these stunts combined. It is a sniper's nightmare. And I don't even think I need to tell you what my catchphrase for this one would be. I don't even think I need to tell you. The level, it speaks for itself. I mean, literally. And I'm not even just saying that. I'm not saying that just for emphasis. I'm saying literally, this level speaks for itself. It's written right there. I mean, damn, dude. Damn. I mean, it's just, you know what? And I'm actually, to tell you the truth, I'm actually more interested in making a musical montage video of how incredibly frustrating this level is, more than I am actually attempting to do the level and succeed at it myself. That's how bad it is. That's how bad the Dam is. I mean, that's, you know what, fuck it. I got more other projects to do. I got other stuff to do at this time. So I'm going to leave you with, I'm very, I'm very glad you guys have enjoyed this stunts. I mean, it's a little bit of a departure from my reviews, and trust me, I'm overloaded with review ideas. I mean, I have so many ideas that I'm fighting them off in my sleep. Literally, they're coming to me as I'm trying to get to sleep in the wee hours of the night, and it's like I'm fighting off ideas. I have so many great ones, so little time. I'm not doing this as my full-time job. It's frustrating. I know. So, you know, this has been a little bit of a break for me. So I'm glad that you guys enjoy this. I'm glad that you guys like the freaking bunker. I mean, God, my clunker. So that's pretty much all I got to say regarding these stunts. Hopefully I'll get something else up pretty soon. So until next time, Undercover Filmer out.
Of a ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better know the truth of wrong from right. 'Cause the eyes of the ranger are upon you. Any wrong you do, he's gonna see. When you're in Texas, look behind you, 'cause that's where the ranger's gonna be.